all the hammers in the world. Woo! 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 Ah, fucking what the shit? Do. High quality.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I did it! I soft locked death. I'm the greatest Castlevania player of all time. Ah! Let me grab this thing before I time out. I used a basic speedrunner strat. I did. I did. We go, somebody wanted to see the crazy. They wanted to see the crazy puppy, and that's you. Hello. Hi. I know, you want to paw me in the face for some reason. Why do you always want to hit me in the face? I just want to scratch your head and love you, and you're just like, yeah, but how about if I just pierce your lip with my claw, Papa? Isn't that what you want, Papa? There was one stream, back when I started streaming, where she just laid down on the floor for the whole time I was playing. And I had a pupper cam on her and everything. It was very cute. Yes, a little Puppetino pupper cam. And it never happened again. She hasn't laid down while I've been streaming ever. Oh, broken tongue. Do you see the broken tongue? The tongue is broken. Just like your brain. Just like the brain. Yeah, she is beautiful. That's the problem. She knows she's beautiful. Okay, why are you eating my... There you go. They want to see your pretty face. Oh, your derp tongue! Did you guys see the derp tongue? She has such a derp tongue all the time. Jovi has the best derp tongue. She is happy all the time. She is literally happy all the time. She's always at 1,000% all the time. She's always biting and licking and running and eating all the time. She has no off switch. She has no chill in her game whatsoever. But she's alright. We might keep her. Yeah, we might. What do you think? Think we might keep you? Yes, I think so. Okay. This is the kind of nightmare that I was worried about. Yeah, we're in
We're in some sincere trouble here. That's all the fucking dragons. I'm trying to figure out a strategy when my strategy is you're fucked. That's my strategy. Go in chain lightning and fuck off. Go in chain lightning and fuck off.
Yes. Crisis intervention essay, topic number 2. Crisis intervention. What goes around comes around, house kick. By Chuck Norris for Leslie Hughes. August 15th, 2011. Never have I ever thought ever that there would ever be a crisis in my life, never ever. A crisis is something that does not happen to strong and powerful men. Crises only happen to people with low SES. This crisis left me questioning my worthiness and my wallet. Surely the whole world has always known how worthy and rich I am. I mean, I was the one who told God that he had 7 days to create Earth when he wanted to do it in 10. I am the most powerful and worthy man in every particle of existence. Everyone, not some of you, everyone is going to ask themselves, how could Chuck Norris possibly have experienced a crisis? He is just so amazing, and the way he kills 2 stones with 1 bird is nothing short of impressive. He is also so handsome and belongs on every cover of every romance novel. His roundhouse kick, etc., etc., etc. In 1972, I starred in a movie called Way of the Dragon with Bruce Lee. By the way, I trained him. He did not train me. Anything or anyone that says otherwise is chuckaganda. Definitely not to be confused with propaganda. It means misleading information about Chuck Norris. It's in the dictionary. Seriously. I allowed Bruce to take the leading role as I was busy with other affairs, and I did not look Asian enough for the part. I starred as the karate fighter, Coot, the best of the hired fighters. Because Bruce was the protagonist and I was the antagonist, he obviously had to win the final showdown for the movie. Fun fact! It took many days of practicing and trillions of dollars in special effects to make it look like Bruce Lee beat me in the final showdown. It really was not that big a deal when I pretended to let him beat me, but when the movie hit theaters, everyone believed that I, Chuck Norris, could be beat by Bruce Lee. I knew it was a big load of shit, no, chuckaganda, but everyone else did not see it that way. To make matters worse, Bruce Lee had everyone believe it was true. I was so distraught and crestfallen by this that the speed of my roundhouse kick lost 0.053424643228819 seconds. The beard that lay upon my mighty strong and bold chin became slightly weaker. I went from eating an entire cow, and I mean an entire cow, I would even eat the gross bits that you would only see people eat on Fear Factor, for dinner, to eating 3/4. I lost the strength to stomach the gross bits of a cow for dinner. I needed to get my strength back so that I could prove to the world that Bruce was no match for me. I was just too crestfallen. Indenting paragraphs is for losers. I went to a professional, my longtime friend, Mr. T. I explained everything to him. As it turned out, he too thought that Bruce Lee had beaten me, but after he heard my story, he knew it was just chuckaganda. I pity the fool who thinks that they can go around lying, saying that they beat up Chuck Norris, Mr. T said. With that, we began training and practicing. We got my roundhouse kick up to par, and I would say it became better than ever. Now we just needed to devise a plan. Well, beg your pardon, I get so choked up over the story. Now we just need to devise a plan to get back at Bruce Lee and prove to the world who the real, caps lock for amazing emphasis, true winner is. Mr. T dropped me off at the airport, where I would catch a plane to Hong Kong. Stay in drugs, drink your school, and don't do milk were Mr. T's final words of wisdom before I took the flight to Hong Kong. When I arrived in Hong Kong, it was July 20, 1973. A little bird told me that Bruce Lee was at his colleague's Mediting Pie house. I shimmied up the wall of a house and found myself in one of her guest rooms. To my surprise, Bruce Lee was lying on the bed alone, weak, vulnerable. He would soon have a taste of my roundhouse kick. We talked for but a moment, but I guess I scared him to death. I was just going there to talk to him, maybe hurt him a little. I did not intend to scare him to death. Right before he died, he apologized for putting me into a crisis. He said that he always respected me and was jealous of my ultimate human power. Comic Sans makes anything that sounds depressing sounds hilarious. I once broke up with a girl by writing her a breakup letter in Comic Sans. How can you be sad when you're reading something written in Comic Sans? The intervention was effective. Perhaps it, I like brackets, was too effective. I could easily pluck out the right intervention for this situation from a textbook, but we all know that it would not be the right intervention if I was not the author of the textbook. Unfortunately, I have not published any of my crisis intervention manuscripts yet. My only critique is that I did not record Bruce Lee's death. The only evidence is my words, and words are never good enough for evidences. I also think that it might have been too effective because I did not intend on killing Bruce Lee. I blame David Hasselhoff for telling me that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me theory, because obviously I was able to kill Bruce Lee with my fearsome words. I also think I should not have let the brave wonder how he really died, but like I said, words do not prove nothing. And also I think that I should have stopped to use the bathroom before coming to see Bruce Lee, because watching someone die while trying to hold it in is kind of awkward. I did not know whether to think about going pee or to be sad about Bruce Lee dying. It was very conflicting. I also think that I should have grabbed some Hong Kong McDonald's before going in because I was also hungry. I also wish I took some of that cool-looking Asian artwork that was hanging on the wall before I escaped out the window. Oh, maybe I should have wiped the mud off my boots before going into the guest room because I left a terrible mess on the carpet. So, since July 20th, 1973, I made it a general rule that you do not have to have a low SES status in order to be in a crisis. Now everyone is allowed to have a crisis. And you know what? I can humbly admit that maybe I'm not the greatest person in the world. After having had this crisis, I can see that maybe I am just on the same level as every living thing in the world. Having this crisis has really humanized me the way that I see my... Just kidding. The end. Sincerely, Chuck Norris. Hi, everybody. Now that we got that incredible Chuck Norris essay out of the way, let's play some Leisure Suit Larry. Let me know if it's too loud for y'all, okay? Since we last saw our intrepid hero Larry Laffer cavorting merrily with his newfound true love on the sands of Nananut Beach, this beautiful island has undergone extensive improvements. Once pristine and primitive, covered by virgin rainforests, splashed by gurgling streams, and washed by tropical rains, Nuntunut has discovered and been discovered by modern civilization. The villagers, eager to shed their Stone Age lifestyle, united themselves by forming Natives Inc. to protect their interest and develop their island. Realizing they were sitting on a yuppie dream, a vein of gold they could mine through tourism, they took correspondence courses in business management, public administration, sales, and marketing. Yes, we definitely get to see Pixel Wang in this one, among other things. Learning modern construction techniques through self-help books and pirated videotapes of this old house, they began by building a hotel on this very beach. Borrowing heavily from foreign investors, they expanded into some very attractive tourist traps. Have either of you played this game before, Larry 3? This might be my favorite. I certainly have played this the most. But growth really exploded when they discovered the holy grail of modern marketing, the wonder of timeshare. Oh, excellent, Knox. Good to hear. Yeah, this is fun. I'm going to try and get all the deaths in and all the alternate stuff that you can do. It's a relatively quick game. I think I remember everything. I haven't played it in forever. Civilization. Who would want real palm trees when you never have to prune or water these new plastic models? Welcome to the paradise of the Pacific, the all-new, all-improved, totally yuppified, consumer-orientalized Nananut Island. Nuta nuta naka noot noot noot. Nubity noot noot. Nudity noot noot. Nudie nudie booty. I just think it's cute that she's like kneeing his junk. Very thoughtful of her. Welcome to Leisure Suit Larry 3, passionate Patty in the pursuit of the pulsating pectorals. Warning! This game contains some material which may be deemed offensive by some players. If you are offended by adult situations, vulgar language, ethnic humor, sexual innuendo, or pixelated nudity, you'll be happier playing another game. Oops! I don't want to play no dirty computer games. I'm gonna go watch PBS. Bail out. Go ahead. Try to offend me. What is your age? I am old. To prove you're at least 25 years old, just answer these 5 simple questions. You got it. A bar mitzvah is a famous Manhattan gay bar, a Jewish religious ceremony, Yiddish granola bar, or a special kind of cracker. Nailed it. The Big Bang is the title of a hit porno movie. Bernard Gates' favorite sound, How the Universe Got Its Start, a 27-car pileup. The U.S. vice president elected in 1988 was J. Danforth Quayle, not ready for prime time, no Jack Kennedy, or all the above. All the above. What is an interface protocol? A required course in the famous beautician school, Chapter 3 of How to Earn Big Bucks as an Ambassador, foreplay between consenting computers, when the eyes and the nose cast their eyes and nose. Josephine the Bonaparte, the manicurist, the 8th, the plumber. I actually don't know this one. Is it Josephine the 8th or Josephine the Bonaparte? Anybody have an idea of what this one is? Because I don't. I guess is that I think yeah, that's Napoleon's wife, right? No! Oh god, it wasn't it! Fuck! I have to restart. Fuck me. Are you serious? You want to start all the way back at the beginning again? I do, but actually I need to exit. Why good now? You're almost up to 34 points. I have to get 5 out of 5. I wonder what that one was. That's so funny. We need to play at maximum filth. How else am I going to get banned from Twitch? In the 60s, television show UNCLE stood for Underground National Council for Large Earlobes, United Network Command for Law Enforcement, United Naval Commission for Leaders of Europe, Truth, Justice, and the American Way. Ooh. That was a guess. Vertigo is a balance disorder of the inner ear, Alfred Hitchcock film, any sudden vertical movement, both A and B. Watergate is a hotel, a large water-driven power station, a valve used to stop leaks in water places, German for your father's hot. You missed it, Plunge. I read Chuck Norris's essay. It was good. A condominium is a prophylactic for midgets. Wrong. A small supermarket, an apartment you can purchase, the smallest size. Which was not a 60s rock group? The Who, the Stones, the Beatles, the Bangles. Ooh, got close on that one. You are so bright. You got 5 out of 5 questions. Therefore, you get to play this game at the totally raunchiest level. Have fun. I will. Hell yeah. My, how this island has changed. You remember when you parachuted down here, there was nothing but a sleepy little native village inhabited by a tribe of illiterate islanders. Now look at it. It's overgrown with hotels, resorts, casinos, and cheap tourist traps. Such is the cost of progress. At least your job as Vice President of Marketing for Natives Inc. has enabled you to provide a lovely home for you and your beloved wife, Kalula. Kalulalu. 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 Excuse me. Oh, I'm making all the great sounds. Let's get my... Let's look. From here on lovely Vista Point, high up on the slopes of Non-Tunit volcano, the city lies spread below your feet like the floor of a movie theater after a Saturday matinee. A lovely lawn with a bronze plaque lies near 2 pairs of binoculars. Look, plaque. Okay. On this site, the great hero of our people, Larry Laffer, single-handedly saved our island from our mortal enemy, the evil Dr. Nanoki. Okay. This is when you knew this game was gonna be different. 2 pairs of free binoculars are mounted on the post near the fence. Use binocular. Okay. Huh. Oh. Well, excuse me. Hello. Oh, she's not lowering those shades at all. Time to get banned from Twitch. You wipe the sweat from your hands as you remove your eyes from the binoculars. Well, it's gonna be that kind of game, folks. Produced by Al Lowe, not to be confused with Al High. The villagers were wise to retain the total financial and political control of their island. For example, they've never let out vehicular traffic anywhere. Everyone walks wherever I go. Up this path lies your home. Your beloved Kalalu is probably there right now, waiting patiently for you to return. It's good to stay abreast of different sides. Oh, Kalula, baby, you shout. Your lover boy Larry is home. Oh, no, you're not, cries a voice from over the fence. You don't live here anymore. I found a new lover and filed for divorce. By island law, all I need to do is walk 3 times in a circle around our bed. I've done that many times over the past few years. What? You were stunned. You had no idea anything was wrong. What? Huh? What do you mean, divorce? Walk 3 times? Oh, Kalalu! Say it isn't so! It is so, Larry. I'm leaving you and keeping the house. Now please go and leave us alone. Us? What do you mean, us? Are you in the hot tub with someone else? Who? Who is it, Kalalu? I'm with Bobby, my new lover, she responds hurtfully. Bobby's able to meet my needs where you never were. You'll never bore me to sleep again, Larry Laffer. Kalalu, you cry. How could you possibly leave me for another man? I didn't, you fool, she replies. Bobby's a woman. Oh. Poor Larry. Not only does Kalalu no longer love you, she's fallen in love with another woman. What could Kalalu possibly see in an Amazonian, hardly writing former cannibal lesbian slot machine repair woman? It's fair. You know what? Respect. Open mailbox. Good idea. You might try that again later. I'm going to use the Space Quest narrator voice. I really like it. Now, I guess I'm gonna try it later, game. Already the game starts with Larry just like eating dick. What an interesting park. A lovely television set sees beneath attractive hanging lamps facing a park bench, all situated near a gurgling stream. Nothing about this stream is gurgling. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't remember where anything in this game is. I guess there's nothing that way. Boo-doo-doo-doo. I hope Jesse Baines isn't hiding in the bushes. Recovering from Kalalu's shocking news, you carefully reconsider the alternatives. I suppose I could go into mourning, you think. Mope around all day, sit in my room, rent lots of videos, things like that. Or I could give up women, remain celibate forever, enter the ministry or something. Wait a minute. What am I thinking? No way, not me, not Larry. Larry Laffer. You know, this island is the perfect location for a sophisticated single swinger like yours truly. Oh God, could you imagine? They never went into his family at all. And thanks to a wonderful island tradition, Kalalu's dowry gave me hundreds of acres of potentially valuable forest land. Perhaps my love for Kalalu binded me to the pension of my current locale. Where else could I find more women than at a tropical resort? And to think every one of them came here seeking just one thing, a good time. Yeah, that's it, you exclaim out loud. I've had it with monogamy, marriage, long-term relations, commitment. So be it. My life's new goal would be allow as many women as possible to enjoy me while they can. Part always cracked me up. He's back. Look out, girls. Just when you thought it was safe to dive back into the gene pool, the original swinger is at it again. with his little belly. Look at his little Larry belly. Larry Belly, a 54 convertible to light blue. Fat City. Ahead of you lies Fat City, the island's famous health spot. Is that symbolism or what? Hello, says Robin. New in town? You certainly have an interesting way with clothes, insults the man behind the counter. Robin looks bored. Do you have nothing better to do than to stand here and talk to me? Join club. That city's facilities are available for members only. Fat City. Ba-do-ba-doo-doo. Down this path lies your office. Say, what about that cute little redhead in accounting? You've always wanted a chance to balance her figures, Larry. It is nearly time to start work. You better hurry, Larry. You're going to be late again, and you know how much Chairman Kenneth hates tardiness. Robin's sprite reminds me vaguely of a tavern owner in Crestford 1, or also Keith in Police Quest. I hope this trouble with Talalu doesn't influence my excellent working relationship with Chairman Kenneth, you think? That's the first thing I thought. Surely it won't make any difference to Ken. My meteoric run through the ranks of Natus Inc. is because of my superior management abilities, not because I married the horse's daughter. Yep, that must be it. It has nothing to do with the fact that you married the boss's now lesbian daughter. Good morning, David. You tell the guard, another day, another dollar, eh? Perhaps so, Larry, David replies. But then again, perhaps not. Chairman Kenneth wants you to report to his office immediately. Okay, David. But to yourself, you think, don't worry, it's probably nothing. I bet he wants to compliment me on my last big ad campaign. Good morning, Mr. Laffer, Chairman Kenneth growls. It's so nice of you to fit a little time into your busy day to drop by and see us here at Native Sing. Please, have a seat. Anywhere but on my couch, he concludes. Oops. Perhaps you're wondering why I summoned you here, Laffer, begins Ken. It has nothing to do with that recent ad campaign of yours, although by its appearance you didn't have a hell of a lot to do with it yourself. Oops, this isn't going well, is it, Larry? Since you are no longer married to my daughter and your marketing skills are non-existent, I can't for the life of me think of a reason why I should keep you on here. In fact, I've been waiting for this moment for quite a long time. I know the perfect way to handle this situation. How you hate it when he gets that look in his eye. Perhaps I can introduce you to a favorite hobby of mine. Son of a bitch! Yells Chairman Kenneth. Another 7-10 split. Davy boy, barks Kenneth, load up my RAM disk. I'm going to take the laptop out for a spin today. Well, well, Larry, it seems your ad campaign wasn't the only thing Chairman Kenneth didn't appreciate. Oh, well, you lived off your wits once. You can do it again. You shake the haze from your brain, slowly rise to your feet, and stumble groggily outside. That was humiliating, Larry. You vow never to work for him again. Yes, that's right. I won't work for him again. You're carrying nothing. I don't remember anything that happens now. Look, found. Isn't it beautiful? Look in, found. Isn't it beautiful? The casino's changing cabana, which bears an amazing resemblance to an outhouse, is nestled in a grove of trees. Drink water. Okay. There's a bar of soap hanging from a rope that's looped over a nail that's driven into a board that's attached to the wall that's at the end of the cabana. Okay. You grab the unusually shaped soap on a rope that hangs above the sink. All your life you wanted one of these. The casino's changing cabana. There. Well, barrel this. Believing yourself to be playing a previous Leisure Suit Larry game, you dig through all the garbage in the can only to discover a postcard saying the weather is here. Wish you were beautiful. You return it to the track. Sorry, but you cannot save your game at this time. Please try again later. I think you can. If you go in and out, eventually there will be someone... There we go. Damn you, plant! Wow, says Bill. Take a look at that bikini. Open the door a little, will you, Bill? Responds Al. So that's supposed to be Al Lowe in the thing, and this is Bill, I presume another person who did the game. There you go. I'll try and do all these things that I remember, but I don't remember anything. Or I don't remember everything, I should say. I don't remember much, but I remember I love enough of you. What's this place? You're outside the legal offices of Dewey, Cheatham and Howe, the best corporation of associated legal professionals on the island of Non-Tunit. Also the only. I always remember those doors. Is there a lawyer available that could help me? You asked the clerk. I'm sorry, sir, but Mr. Dewey is in a conference. Mr. Cheatham is taking depositions, and Mr. Howe is in court. Could you please drop by again later? All right. Sorry, I just saved all of the time. Save all the time repulsive, that's me. I will up the speed and try and lower it again for scenes that deserve to be slowed down. I don't have any idea what I'm saying, but there you go. Huh. There we are. There is a beautiful topless woman lying here sunbathing on a towel. There is something moving in the sand. Huh, interesting. Hundreds of tiny sand crabs are running about all over the sand. Big crab. You are perfectly content to allow the sand crabs to continue running everywhere in the sand. Just be happy they aren't crawling on you. Souvenirs. Souvenirs. Get your genuine non-tuned souvenirs. Oh, wow, exclaims Tommy. Souvenirs? What you selling? She asked the peddler. Genuine plastic souvenirs handmade in the city of Rosalie. What was that? Asked the girl. Honk honk, the vendor mumbles under his breath. Oh, no matter. As long as they're genuine, give me several. You'll never know when I might get back this way, and I just love buying souvenirs. Altogether, that comes to, the peddler pauses, considering what the market will bear, $300 American, and I'll cover the taxes for you. Really? That expensive? Well, okay, if you say so. Hey, thanks a lot, says the vendor. Have a nice day. You're not close enough, Larry. Hello, you say to the beautiful young girl on the towel. My name is Larry. Larry Lappa. Hello, Larry, replies the blonde. My name is Tawny. Oh. What a gorgeous woman. With obviously nothing to hide, you suddenly forget about Kalalu completely. You could learn to enjoy the single life again. Wow, she looks even better vertical. Bet she has a great horizontal hold, Larry. Before you speak, you look straight into her eyes. Have I mentioned to you that I will soon be coming into a major real estate holding? Is it a shopping mall? What would it take for you to date an, older man like me? Larry, I guess I'm just a material girl. Have you been to the new downtown Nutatoot Mall? Nutatoot? No, but if I ever find it, I bet I could spend my whole vacation there. Tell her, don't worry, she's not missing much. Have I mentioned to you that I will soon be coming into a major real estate? So you just repeat. Am I stuck here? Oh no, it just took a second. Sorry, but you cannot save your game. Souvenirs? Souvenirs? Get your genuine non-tunut souvenirs? Oh wow, exclaims Tawny. Souvenirs, what's a felon? She asked. Special souvenir seashells mounted on a free swinging necklace made of real noon-to-noot string. Seashells, she surmises. I see you sell seashells at this slimy seashore. Exactly how are your shells different from the ones lying all over Sanaha Beach? These are no longer contaminated with the crude oil sewage mixture we call ocean water. Oh well, better let me have a few, she says. Here's $50. Can I get lots? Sure, here's a bag full, says the vendor. Have a nice day. Boop. Souvenirs, souvenirs. Get your genuine new-to-new souvenirs. Oh wow, exclaims Tawny. Souvenirs. What's you selling? She asked the peddler. Today only I have a very special deal on these wonderful souvenir beads. Ooh, I just love jewelry, says the girl. Would you allow me to purchase some? Sure, if you're nice to me and give me lots of American money. Here. Okay, here, take all I've got, she says. Boy, this gal will buy anything. Hey, thanks a lot, says the vendor, but why don't you keep this 20? You might need it. Have a nice day. And that's it. That's it for Tawny. Boop boop beep boop. Beep boop beep boop boop. Now I think I remember what I have to do next. It's going this way. A boopity boop. Nope, wrong way. What I meant to say is that it's going this way. Not the way I went before. Beep 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 boop beep. Oh, I forgot. The native corporation has done an excellent job of preserving the environment, at least in this location. A beautiful specimen gondola tree grows here. The tree. The granadilla is short and graceful with a great trunk and delicately spreading branches. Beneath its outstretched lies a beautiful piece of wood, probably cut by the native and then forgotten. Take wood. Woo! Wood. You take a beautiful chunk of granadilla wood from beneath the tree. Look, wood. Your granadilla wood is hard as a rock. You see nothing special. Not this way. Not that way. This way. What's that in your mailbox? Perhaps you should look in there. Well, well, look at this. It's an envelope from your credit card company. Eagerly, you take the envelope from your mailbox. Could this be that big break from Ed McMahon you've been hoping for? Say it's an answer from that credit card company whose application you mailed only 15 weeks ago. Ripping open the envelope, you discover your new credit card. And look, it's in your name only. Kalalu can't claim this as community property. How will you ever use this credit card when everyone on the island knows you personally and also knows you have a current assets of Zip-Ola? If only there was someone on this island who didn't know that I had the personal assets of Zip-Ola. I'm forgetting where I have to do this next thing. But I'll figure it out. Oh, I can't save the game here. I'll save the game here because I'm saving games. Getting kicked off Twitch for showing pixel nudity. That's obsessive. Before speaking to a woman, Larry, it's advisable to look at her. Here, Tommy, you say. I can see how much you enjoy shopping. I'd like you to have my credit card. Oh, Larry, cries Tony. It's the perfect gift. The right size, the right shape, and the right color. Go. And I think I know the perfect way to express my appreciation to you. Come here, big boy. The 80s gave me a very unrealistic idea of how interactions worked. Souvenirs. Souvenirs. All they need is 3.37 inches. Get your genuine non-minute souvenirs here. Oh wow, exclaims Tony. Souvenirs. What you selling? Tony yells at the peddler. The peddler smiles. I have some fine jinsu knives. Excuse me for a moment, will you? Tony asks you. Something else has popped up. Well, you think to yourself, that was rude. So what do you think, lady? Says the vendor. Wouldn't you like one of these fine jinsu knives to take home for a souvenir? For you, I'll make a special deal. Ooh, said Tony. Is that a real bargain? I just love bargains. Most assuredly so, says the peddler. It's made with hand-rubbed hickory handles and the blade of the finest Sheffield carbonized steel drawn from the hottest 100-year-old oak charcoal fires, honed to perfection by small Oriental virgins, and is guaranteed for life. Or until you leave this beach, whatever comes first. I'll take it, said Tony. Does it come in a carrying case? No, says the peddler. But I bet you could, thinks the peddler. That'll be $30, he concludes. Well, let me see now, replies Tony, digging around in her bikini bottoms. Oh gosh, I've only got 20 bucks in cash left. But wait, I do have this nice shiny new credit card. Turning to you. Hey, hold this knife for me, will ya? Thanks ever so much, madam, says the native, sliding the imprinter over the former credit card. It's a pleasure doing business with a real pro. Turning back to you, Tony says, I'm sorry to interrupt us, my little shopper whopper, but you know I just can't resist a purchase. And now, this is one of my favorite parts. And now, where were we? You pause to contemplate her rude behavior. Were you too offended by her thoughtless interruption to continue making love to the beautiful young Tawny? Nope. Nope. Suddenly, you've become aware of the hundreds of tiny sand crabs that have been crawling inside your leisure suit pants since you first laid down on the sand. Meow! You scream, quick! Get off me! Is my love making not good for you, my little middle-aged mall man? Says Tawny. Son of a bitch, you cry. Tawny, I've got a terrible case of crabs. Look at how big those things are, Jesus. Crabs? Shouts Tawny. I should have known better than to have anything to do with a local, especially with an older local. Oh, and a pudgy older local at that. Well, that's rude. As you pull a large crab from your pants, Tawny says, like man, I refuse to party with any guy so socially irresponsible. Get lost, Placido Domingo. That's funny. Tawny baby, you cry. Does this mean we're through? There is no response. There is no response. This would be perfect for slicing your Jinsu if it wasn't so dull. What the hell's a Jinsu anyway? Yeah, did not pick up on Placido Domingo. I was like, who's that? So here, to figure this out, look, steps. The steps leading into the casino are made of smooth concrete, as smooth as a sharpening stone. Oh. Sharpen. Knife. On what? On steps. Okay. You rub your dull Jinsu knife back and forth on the smooth concrete steps of the casino. Chick, chick, chicka, 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 chick, 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 chicka, chicka, chick. Much to your surprise, it becomes razor sharp. Without thinking, you hastily shove it back in your pocket. Ew! Carve wood with knife. Okay. You use your razor-sharp Jinsu knife to carefully carve the precious granala wood into what you hope will be accepted as a primitive island native sculpture. I mean, that's a pretty good sculpture. You've always been a true admirer of the African primitive school of sculpture. Now, I need to cut grass, but I don't remember which screen I have to cut the grass on.
I'm afraid I just blew myself.
I'm afraid I just blew myself. Where is the grass? It's up in the telephone booth changing screen, northwest, very near entrance to the lawyer. It's in the box your this came in. Have you read it? As a newspaper. Reading the island newspaper, you find an advertisement for the casino service. Now playing the big all new girls review. It's got T's, it's got A's, it's got pre-recorded music. It's the latest and greatest show from producer Erling Giusi. This was one of those ones where you're just like, wait, what? All these flowers are beautiful, they just don't lay right. Oh, there's another screen that I forgot about? Aha! Forgot about this shit. Yeah, this is like a hidden bullshit. You're not close enough. Your razor-sharp Ginsu knife slices through the hot blades of glass like a hot samurai sword through a tub of cheap margarine. Congratulations, you are the proud new owner of some long blades of grass. Again, a lot of this game is like after the fact, you're like, oh cool, that makes sense. And then while you're trying to figure it out, you're like, the fuck? What? Okay. You carefully weave the wild grass into what you hope will pass for a primitive island native outfit. Because Larry knows how to do that from his time on the island. Of course. You can't do that here, at least not now. You're in a small opening in the side of the volcano, far above the trail you left. In the distance, Newt Island glistens greasily in the sunlight. You pluck a few fresh orchids from the walls of the crevice. Make lei. Okay, you weave the wild orchids into a beautiful lei. Welcome to the islands, Mr. Laffer. And this one is just one of my funny little deaths. Ah, son of a bitch! Well, Larry, are you now fully convinced that gravity really sucks? Good job, good. That's your dad. Thank you for the bitties, Leo. Remember, save early, save often. Tip 2, cheerio, Americans don't know diddlio. Have you ever played this one, Leo? You're outside the world-famous Comedy Hut, a fast food of comedy clubs. They appear to be open. You've never played this before, huh, man? There is nothing before you but the limitless jungle. There's no need for a guy like you to lose himself in that forsaken wilderness. You'd better head back to the bright lights of the city, Larry. Yes, nothing for me to see here. Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the world-famous Comedy Hut is proud to present the legend in his own mind, Paul Paul! Good evening, ladies and germs, says Paul, always a snappy starter. Oh, that Paul. Okay, we're gonna find something different tonight. Tell me the name of your 3 favorite ethnic groups. It doesn't matter to me which you choose. I've got enough jokes to insult everyone. White. White. And white. Thank you. Do you know who won the white beauty pageant? No one. How do you sink a white battleship? Put it in water. A white man walked into a bar with a pig under his arm. The bartender said, "Did you win him in a raffle?" And the pig replied, "Yup." His white suit reminds me of that weird-ass movie, Fantasy Island. It should. It should, and all of its fucking should remind you of that movie, too. Do you know why the white guys have been stealing all the police cars lately? They all saw 911 and thought they were Porsches. White people, am I right? Do you know how to recognize the bride at a white wedding? She's the one with the braided armpit hair. White brides, am I right? The 70-year-old man was in a doctor's office sobbing uncontrollably. "Doc, you've got to help me. I just recently married a 21-year-old gorgeous girl, but built like a brick shipyard, and all she wants to do all day long is have sex with me." This is actually a funny joke. The doctor replied, "Some problem, so why do you need my help?" "I can't remember where I was." That's a good joke. Hey, Fleecy. Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying your starchy starch dinner. Yesterday, I went to the meat department in the new Cannibal supermarket down in the beautiful downtown Nude to Nude Mall. They were running special on human brains. White brains were $4.99 a pound, white brains were $6.99 a pound, and white brains were $39 per pound. I asked the butcher if white brains are $4.99 and white brains are $6.99 a pound, how could white brains be $39? He replied, "Do you know how many white guys you've got to go through to get a pound of brains?" I will read the essay again. Once when I was a teenager, I stopped at the drugstore to purchase some of those necessary supplies. I told the pharmacist, "Better give me a dozen. I've got a hot date tonight with the school tramp." When I got to her house, her mother insisted I join them for dinner. I offered to say grace and prayed and prayed and prayed. When I finished, my date leaned over to me and said, "Why, Paul, I had no idea you were so religious." I replied, "And I had no idea your father was a pharmacist." What's the difference between two terrorists and two white women with PMS? You could negotiate with the terrorists. White people, am I right? How do you tell the difference between a dead dog and a dead white lying in the middle of the highway? I mean, these are just so terrible when you assume you could put in any ethnicity or country into this. There's skid marks in front of the dog. Have you tried that new Jewish-Japanese restaurant yet? It's called Sosumi. Did you hear about the unlucky white guy? He filed for divorce because he lived in a 2-story house. One story was, "I'm not in the mood," and the other story was, "I've got a headache." 6 months ago, my wife had her credit card stolen. Tonight, I learned this white guy took it, but I'm not going to turn him in. He spends a lot less per month than she did. Hey-oh. These 3 guys were stranded together on a desert island. The white guy finds Aladdin's lamp buried in the sand. He says, "I wish I were home," and poof, he vanishes into midair. Well, the white guy grabs the lamp and says, "I wish I were home too," and poof, he too vanishes, leaving the white man holding the lamp. The white guy says, "Gee, now it's lonely here. I wish they hadn't left me." Any of these jokes gonna be good or what? No, they're all supposed to be bad for a reason. Do you know how to break a white man's finger? Punch him in the nose. I remember that one. Once I had a great thing going with this Eskimo girl. Unfortunately, she broke it off. Oh! I'm almost halfway there. Whoa, I'm almost halfway there. A white woman on her way home from the market was carrying a duck when the drunk staggered up to her and said, "Hey, where'd you get the pig?" The woman replied, "You drunken fool, that's no pig, it's a duck." And the drunk said, "Quiet, white, I was talking to the duck." You know what the worst thing about being an atheist? You have no one to talk to when you're having an orgasm. Oh boy. Quiet, white. Stupid. You know how to tell the groom at a white wedding? He's the one with a clean bowling shirt. You know the best thing about sleeping alone? You can have sex anytime you want. I think you get points for listening to this whole bullshit. Do you know how to recognize a white virgin? She's the one that can run faster than her brothers. Oh my god, that one's awful. A white man was so stupid he studied all weekend for his urine test. Do you know where a white family hides its money? Under the soap. I think Fleecy might be slightly sarcastic in her responses. An elderly couple were just finishing their annual physical exam. Their doctor proclaimed them in perfect health. The wife said, "But doctor, what can we do? I'm afraid we're going to catch this AIDS virus." Topical. The doctor responded, "Don't worry, there's no way you could be in a high-risk group." "But doctor," she replied, "remember, we do have annual sex." Because it was supposed to be anal sex, but it's annual. Why did the white pervert cross the road? Because he was stuck to the back of a chicken. A man complained to his doctor, "Doc, my wife has lost her interest in sex." The doctor replied, "Say no more, old friend. I've got just what you need. Just slip her one of these little pills and stand back." That night, as the man dropped a couple of pills into his wife's glass of wine, he thought, "If these pills are so great, maybe I should take a couple myself." Nothing happened. The evening passed uneventfully, and they both went off to bed. Then, about 1 o'clock, the wife suddenly sat up in bed and announced, "I want a man." The man woke up and said, "Me too." A young lumberjack had a terrible... This is just going on forever. A young lumberjack had a terrible accident with his chainsaw and went to the doctor's office for stitches. As the doctor began to apply an anesthetic, the lumberjack just laughed. "Doc, I don't be needing any painkillers for a little old wound like this." The doctor replied, "Son, this is going to hurt a lot. Are you sure?" "Of course I'm sure," said the lumberjack. "Why, in my entire life I've only felt pain twice. Once when I squatted down to relieve myself in the woods and got my testicles caught in a bear trap." The doctor replied, "My God, that's terrible. When was the second time?" "When I reached the end of that chain." They probably like 5 minutes, you know, just a book of shitty jokes, and then they put it in. Do you know the most dangerous job in the white neighborhood? Riding shotgun on the garbage truck. Doesn't make any sense. Did I tell you the one about the white guy who was messing around with his sister-in-law? He really had it in for his brother. Why did the chicken cross the basketball court? Here, the referee was blowing fouls. Okay, that's a little funny. Did you hear about the white guy who won the gold medal in the last Olympics? He had it bronzed. Once the white football team played the white football team. At the end of 3 quarters, the score was tied, 0-0. Just then a train went by. The white team heard the whistle, thought the game was over, and went home. 6 plays later, the white team scored. Do you know how they take a census in a white neighborhood? Easy. Flood the basements. I don't get it. How can you tell the white pirate? He wears an eye patch on both eyes. Haha, whites are so stupid. Do you know why white stadiums have all artificial grass? To keep the cheerleaders from grazing during halftime. That's fucked up. Cheerleaders are beautiful people. My wife is so ugly, a peeping Tom threw up on our window ledge. A white man was talking with a white man. I'm so unlucky. The white man asked, really? Why do you say that? Well, just last night, that beautiful hunchback girl stood me up, and after I brought her flowers, dug the hole and everything. I don't remember the white emphasis on these jokes way back then. Well, you can put in 3 races or 3 ethnicities, but I'm not... I want to get canceled on Twitch because of the nudity in this game, not from him making terribly unfunny racist jokes. So I figure him just making fun of white people was the most thing. No, it is not infinite, Lacey. I'm doing it to get the points, although it feels infinite at this point. My wife bought us a new waterbed. I call it the Dead Sea. Do you know how to get 25 white guys in a phone booth? Throw in $1. White people are so cheap. Did you hear the one about the white man who was so lazy he married a pregnant woman? I just learned the difference between oral sex and sushi. It's the rice. Don't get it. A white man called his wife and said, "Honey, I'm at the doctor's office. He just finished my exam and says I've only got 12 hours to live." His wife replies, "Oh, sweetheart, that's terrible news. What will we do?" The white man said, "I thought tonight we should have one great last fling. Fancy dinner, a show, dancing, everything. Then we'll check into a hotel and make love all night." The wife replied, "Easy for you to say. You don't have to get up in the morning." That's funny. That one is funny. What is 2 hours of begging? White foreplay. Fucking white people can't get laid, am I right? And now, says the comic, because you've been so patient, I'd like to do my famous impression of a duck. And it goes something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul! Look, he's getting a sitting ovation. So yeah, you do that to get 100 points and watch him turn into a duck. Alright, now that I remember that there was like a secret fucking thing there. There's also Al and Bill. Back to the comedy hut we go! Back to the comedy hut we go, where we learn everything that we know. Congratulations, you have dumbfounded the game. Change clothes. Be more specific. Put on skirt. Okay. You remove your leisure suit and hide it inside the stall while slipping into the grass court. Boy, do you look like a native now. I forget, do I wear this as part of the disguise, or is it for something? Nope, it's for something later. I mean, his belly's not so big, look at it. He looks okay. So now you have to have all this stuff in your inventory, and you need to be dressed like this for this to work. Souvenirs, souvenirs, get your genuine non-tenute souvenirs. Oh wow, exclaims Tawny. Souvenirs, what you selling? She asked the peddler. Genuine native islander designer labeled erotic carvings for only $20, you cry, but you'd better hurry, I only have one left. Hello, Volmac. Have you ever played this one, Volmac? Well, says Tawny, I might be interested. Does it have any special features? Your disguise seems to be working, Larry. Tawny doesn't recognize you. I'm glad you asked, you respond. There's one small part I think might attract your eye. I also did not get this as a kid. Son of a bitch, it's a deal, she says. I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. This is number 3. Where's her skirt? Shirt. I mean, she's getting even. She doesn't want tan lines, Fleecy. You're lucky I'm down to my last $20, says Tawny. Here you are. Thank you very much, miss. And, use it in good health. Have fun, masturbating with this little wooden doll. So now I've got $20, and I don't remember what to do with it. Change into leisure suit. Since you have no further use for the silly grass skirt, you toss it through a hole conveniently placed in the floor. You presume just for the purpose. Sorry, but you cannot save this game at the time. I played this in the Firehouse computer. Yeah, that makes sense. This one specifically, or another Leisure Suit Larry game? I hate this little Easter egg bullshit. This is number 3. I'm not gonna get caught with Paul again. Nope. I think they're sitting on stage when it's the new ones, right? See. Or is that only for later in the game? Knots, do you remember? What do you want to say? Nice game, Dick. Hey, I got an idea. How about if you and I sit in a comedy club and we make Larry walk? Say something like, nice game, Dick. Nice game, Dick, eh? Says Bill, are you crazy? No way, that's so lame. Larry would never say that. Yeah, I suppose you're right, says Al. It's not a good idea. Let's get out of here. Nice game, Dick. Really. I want a burrito, but it's almost 10 p.m. and I'm on a diet. Should I drink a lot of water? You should drink a lot of water. You should always drink a lot of water. Water's good for you. Water, water, water. Is it good? Ask Obsessive. I don't remember what to do with the $10, but I'm going to go on a limb and say that it has something to do with the hotel casino. And so I'm going to go there. Have I beat every... Has Knox beat every Sierra game? It certainly seems like it. Knox knows what's knocking. Talk to man. You attempt to cap the current detention. Excuse me. I'm sorry, sir, but this is a private hotel. Well, fuck me, I guess. Unusual walls rise up to a sculpted ceiling that descends upon the stool between a grand piano. This place is sure dead. Okay. Okay. The announcement boards list the drink specialties of the day in a vivid fluorescent ink. You wonder how they got such vibrant day-glow colors from a marking pen. Knox is the Sierra Google. Sorry, but you cannot save your game at this time. But I like saving my game all the time. Let me do it. The outer lobby of the casino showroom is basically empty, except for a man standing behind a podium. Talk to man. You say to the maitre d', my name's Larry. Larry laughing. Could you give me some information about the show inside? The maitre d' responds, if you would like to see tonight's show, you'd have to have a ticket. Of course, some of the local tourist magazines contain free passes. If you have no ticket, you might try one of those. Did I not take the thing out of the magazine? I did not. The nerve. I can't believe I didn't take the ticket out of the magazine. Oh, my speed run is going to shit. Oh, so what do I have to, do I show him something from the manual? Oh, okay. There is something else in the manual we're going to need. A restaurant called Azteca Cocina. Probably not. But also, I'm lame. So don't take my my affinity for anything. Yes, Larry carries the manual with him at all times. Give ticket. Okay. You say, excuse me, sir, but I'd like to see tonight's show. I have my copy of Noon to Noon Tonight right here. Oh, really? Well, for tonight's show, I'm allowed to accept free passes only from our ad on page 12. What is the number of the pass on that page? Well, let's find out together. Be sure to Larry Dream Manual. Beep boop ba boom bam be doom ba dee dee boop. Page 12. Page 12. Page 12. Page 12. Page 12. Page 12. 00993. Nailed it. Let me look through this list of posses and numbers. Well, very good, sir, says the maitre d'. His tone and mannerisms changed entirely. But I must have made a mistake. It appears there are no more seats available for the show. I am so sorry, but perhaps something will open up later. Give $20. Well, thank you very much. Well, would you look at this? I seem to have found a nice front row seat available here. Allow me to show you to your seat. I didn't get, because as a kid, I didn't understand what this meant. You quickly wake your way through the crowd of men and take one of the few remaining seats near the rear of the showroom. Be right here, Fleevy Weevy. Don't miss the show. They're dancing. They dancing! The announcer's voice booms over the public address system. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, the star of our show, Miss Cherry Tart. Evidently, the men in the audience like Cherry's act as they begin to toss dollar bills onto the stage. Isn't she wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? Screams the announcer. Let's really hear it for our own little Cherry Tart. Oh, Don. That Metro dancing emote is giving me hard feelings. This concludes tonight's 2-hour spectacle. Noot for you. You must clear the auditorium now as our second show begins shortly. Good seats are still available, so tell your friends.
Stop. My penis can only get so erect.
He concludes with a tried good night and walk safely on your way home. What a show, eh, Larry? Too bad you came in so late. You only saw the last minute. Yeah, that is too bad. Good thing you didn't have to animate the whole show, huh? What a show, eh, buddy? Looks the minute maitre d'. And how about that cherry tart? Look, woman. A beautiful woman is here talking on the telephone. Perhaps you should walk over to her. Yep, that's how it works. People like to be disturbed on the telephone. Hello, beautiful. I love your dancing, you say to the gorgeous woman in the dressing gown. My name is Larry. Larry laughing? Hello yourself, Larry, replies the bathrobed beauty, turning to face you. I'm Cherry Tart. So, Sherry, tell me what you want to do with your life. I'd love to quit show business, get a little farm someplace far out in the country where I could be alone and raise organically grown vegetables, fruits, and herbs. Sure. Well, Sherry, I'm just the opposite. I have hundreds of acres of land coming into my possession soon, but I'd love to be in show business. Oh, Larry, you're so lucky. How I wish I had some land. Well, Sherry, I'm just the opposite. Oh, Larry, you're so lucky. I wish I had some land. You know, I think I have some land coming to me from a recent legal development. I really have no use for it. Would you like a few acres? Do I? Why, Larry, I'd do anything for a little piece of land, but I must run. I still must get ready for the next show. I've certainly enjoyed our little chat together, Larry, and I'll look forward to hearing from you again soon. Now, if you'll pardon me, I must head backstage. Our stage manager had such a short fuse for a guy with a sour disposition. When you get the deed to the land, just knock softly on the door over there. I'll be waiting near the door. Till then... Oh, Larry, Sherry cried. I can just picture my little country place now. Uh-huh. They had a lot of fun drawing the faces in this one. And I think they did a resplendent job with some of them. I'll just leave it at that. Some of them, they just did swell. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the law firm? Maybe? Or I sneak into the office and get it from there? Ask about land deed. You missed so much. You missed Sherry Tart. Excuse me, you say, interrupting the man working the counter. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. I'd like to talk to one of your attorneys about a real estate ownership transfer. Is there anyone available to help me? Good day, Mr. Laffer. Certainly, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe is the right place for all your legal needs. At this time, Mr. Howe is taking dispositions of the court hut, and Mr. Dewey is tied up in court. However, Ms. Cheatham is readily available. Just walk through the door immediately behind me. I'll tell her you're here. Good day, Mr. Laffer, says the attorney from her desk with a smile. I'm Susie Cheatham. How may I help you? Please make yourself home. Have a seat on my couch. Okay. Now you can see why Susie Cheatham is known as the Queen of Torts. Get him? Queen of Torts. Ms. Cheatham, allow me to come right to the point. My wife, Kalula, was a wonderful woman and brought to our marriage a considerable dowry, consisting of a few no-load mutual funds and some extensive real estate holdings. I was wondering if there was any easy way for me to get my hands on that land. I've heard some ancient island tradition concerning men and real property. Dewey Cheatham and how? Yes, Fleecy Weesy, you never show your basement anymore. It's back there somewhere. Somewhere. Say no more, Mr. Laffer. I know exactly what you mean. According to an ancient island custom, any land owned by either or both spouses upon dissolution of the marriage becomes the exclusive property of the male member of the household. Congratulations, Mr. Laffer. You are now the owner of a considerable chunk of noon-to-nude real estate. I'll make the necessary arrangements and have Roger, my secretary, boilerplate the papers for you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks. And while you're here, you can also say, ask about divorce. Please have a seat, Mr. Laffer. How exactly do I go about getting a divorce, Miss Cheatham? It's simple, Mr. Laffer, as you don't expect to take your case through the local court system, which is owned lock, stock, and barrel by Kalulu's father. You can just let me take care of everything. My standard divorce runs $500, and of course I expect to be paid in cash. I like how he's yawning on the couch. Is that deed ready? You asked the clerk. Ms. Cheatham has instructed me to prepare your land deed. I'll have it ready soon. Why don't you come back in a few minutes, Mr. Laffer? Like that? Absolutely, Mr. Laffer. Here it is. But you know that land is so isolated from the main tourist areas, you'll never be able to sell it to a developer. It's nothing but worthless forest land. No one could build a tourist trap there. Well, as long as Sherry doesn't know that, then it looks like that's another win for Mr. Laffer. And then we get to the first little bit of fun in the game. Full of little tiny tidbits and whatever, but still fun nonetheless. Daring to defy the authorized personnel only sign on the stage door, you softly knock 1, 2, 3 times. You hope Sherry is true to her word. A small voice whispers through the door. Sherry, is that you? You think to yourself, thank heavens it's Sherry. You whisper through the door. Yes, it's Sherry, it's me, Larry. Larry Laffer. Oh, Larry, I've been waiting for your return. Did you get the deed? I've got it right here, sweetheart, you respond, and I think you'll know just how much I'd like to give it to you. This is your big chance. Now you can give up show business and move to your own little place out in the country. Yeah, finally it's gonna get a little silly. Oh, Larry, 640 acres of virgin nude-to-nude rainforest perfectly suited for splash burning and typical agricultural pillage. You've just made me the happiest woman on earth. Oh, no. Come on backstage and allow me to properly express my appreciation. Oh no. Slash burning and agricultural pillage. Whoops. You chuckle. It looks like I'm gonna get a little something for Kalulu's worthless farmland after all. Larry, you're so wonderful. You've given me what I've always wanted. I think you know what I've always wanted. Sherry smiles at you in the darkness. At last, I'll be able to remove this costume, never to wear it again. What are you, modest? Hurry up, Larry. The second show's about to start. You carefully considered her offer, but not for too long. Oh, Larry, cries Sherry. Don't you just love the real estate business? Poor Larry. Just getting abused. Oh, Larry, I could go on like this all night. You're the only one. Who turned out that light? What's that drum roll? Oh no, she cries. Quick, Larry, get dressed. The second show is starting. You both scramble to find, sort, and wear whatever articles of clothing you can. Geez, it stopped, Sherry, you shout. I can't tell what's what. The public address system booms. Lady and gentlemen, welcome to do for you our spectacular tribute to the thing we all love most. Where are my pants? The announcer's voice booms over the public address system. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, the star of our show, Miss Cherry Tart. Hey, Mariah Carey, I can sing along. Here we go. Son of a bitch! You scream. People, hundreds of people, and every one of them staring at me. You're caught, Larry, and red-handed too, and wearing Sherry's costume. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the show, Miss Sherry Tart. In your hurry to dress in the darkness backstage, you must have grabbed the wrong clothes. Nothing much, just rocking a little Leisure Suit Larry 3, and then we'll do a Chuck Norris essay reading at the end. So that's why your underwear was such a tight fit. Our star, Sherry Tart. Sherry, You walk to the beginning of the runway. Well, Larry, you've done it again. Now what are you going to do? Die of embarrassment. Oh yeah? Well, die this. You're mortified. How you wish you had paid more attention when your mother enrolled you in that preschool ballet and gymnastics class. Boo. It's who moves it? Get off the stage. Who's got the tomatoes? Tomatoes? Who brings tomatoes? Damn you, island architecture. Too bad, Larry. You feel you could die of embarrassment. In fact, just for purposes of argument, you are dead of embarrassment. Larry, what are you going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to dance. Okay. Summoning up all your courage, you begin to wiggle your way down the runway. The audience must also appreciate your talents as they begin to throw dollar bills at you. Look, Larry, they're all throwing money at you. They like you. They really like you. Time passes. Time in which you dance and dance, meanwhile picking up many, many $1 bills. You dance until your legs just can't take it any longer, which isn't really that long considering you're wearing a pair of high heels 3 sizes too small. The maitre d' wisecracks. You seem to have been a big hit with the audience. 500 $1 bills ain't bad for your first night. You think, just imagine, I've got to have all the fun and make money too. Why, that was even better than being a programmer for Sierra Online. So now, we can open the door. Where the hell's Sherry? Yeah, she's just like, peace. She went off to get her land. Change clothes. We can change our clothes. Be more specific. Ah, now that feels like home. We take this. We've got our 500. No, don't spoil it, Knox! Don't spoil it, Noxy. We're gonna show the people the 2 things we can do now. We just go back. We've got our $500. Mwah. Give money. Okay. Here's the $500 Miss Cheatham requested. You tell the receptionist, may I please meet with her to finalize my divorce now? Why, certainly, Mr. Lapper, replies the receptionist. Walk right in. Miss Cheatham will be happy to talk with you now. Get divorced. Isn't it time we finalize my divorce, Miss Cheatham? Absolutely, Larry. Since you paid your $500 to Roger, I'll get started on it right away. The next time you're in the neighborhood, stop by his desk. It's a fairly straightforward agreement and shouldn't take too long to process. Of course. Are those divorce papers ready? I'm glad you asked, Mr. Lapper. They're all set. Here you are. And Miss Cheatham told me to tell you it was a pleasure doing business with you. So you can do that. You got a divorce. Or, if you're feeling silly and there's no reason to do this, there's no reason aside from just extreme boredom and just seeing like, I wonder if I can walk around like this in the game, for you to think this would be a thing that you should do. There's no anything. And yet. And yet. And yet. Here's the $500. Can I get a divorce? Why, certainly, Mr. Laffer. Walk right in. Miss Cheatham will be happy to see you now. Oh, by the way, nice outfit, Mr. Laffer. I'm back, Miss Cheatham, you say, and I'd like my divorce papers. Susie's eyes widen as she spies your new outfit. Oh, Harry. I had no idea you enjoyed cross-dressing, too. What does she mean, too? You know, nothing turns me on like wearing men's underwear, she cries. You are stunned. You had no idea. Dazed, you head for the sofa. Legitimately dazed. Yes, yes, Susie says. Do sit down, Mr. Laffer. Make yourself comfortable, Larry. You wouldn't mind if I called you Larry, would you? No, Larry is fine, I suppose. Allow me to assure our confidentiality, Larry, says Miss Cheatham. I'd hate for anyone to violate the privacy of my attorney-client relationship. Would you mind if I slip out of this? Would you mind if I slip out of this hat? You ask her. Feel free to slip out of whatever you wish, Susie replies. You carefully remove the gigantic feathered hat from your head and place it at your feet, in a very convenient spot, I might add. You may have come here expecting a divorce, but it looks like you're going to get more than legalese. And now it's time for me to get comfortable too, says Susie. Whoa. So, says Susie, how do you like women in men's undergarments? You reply, actually, I think I love you and mine. Enough of this legalistic foreplay, Larry, she says. What do you say we spend the rest of the afternoon going through your briefs? That pesky hat in the way. This is so funny. Hey, Susie, you're crying. What's that? Excuse me for just a moment, please. I seem to have a telephone call. May I put you on hold? Now, dear, Susie says to you, where were we? You think to yourself, I've had lawyers do this to me before, but this is the first time. No. Oh no, says Susie. I suppose I could have Roger hold my calls. It would be nice for someone got to hold something around here. Yeah, that's the thing. She could just have him hold the calls. I've even said it to him multiple times, like, hold her calls! Now, dear, Susie says to you, where were we? Oh no, says Susie. I'd better write myself a note before that conversation slips my mind. It would be nice if something started slipping around here. There, all done. Not again, cries Susie. I'm just so busy. Now, dear, Susie says to you, where were we? You've had just about all of this you can take. There, all done. Oh, wait, she says. I'd better fax Roger a memo about that last conversation. Nice aim. This one is so heartbreaking. Son of a bitch, you cry. If you're this busy, why don't I come again later? And you do mean that figuratively. Susie covers the phone with her hand and whispers to you, "Sure, okay, good idea. Call me anytime. As soon as I prepare your divorce papers, you may pick them up from Roger, my secretary. We must get together again soon. From what I've seen of you, I'd love to try to squeeze you into my agenda." Wriggling your way out of her grasp, you grab your tail-feathered hat from the floor and slip out her office door. The problem is, Susie's docket is just too full. Poor Larry, you've just experienced the agony of clientus interruptus. So many things I never did in this. I don't remember banging the showgirl or the lawyer. I think you have to bang the showgirl to progress in the game. May I get my divorce papers, Roger? Geez, Larry, give me a little time, will you? Your papers are ready as soon as I can prepare them. May I get those ready? There you are, here you are. Hey, business doing with you, blah, blah, blah. And then you take a look. Divorce papers. Well, look at this. Somehow Susie Cheatham's Fat City membership card got mixed up in these papers. What a sleuth you are. Yes, somehow. She looked at Larry and said, well, let me slip him this card and see what happens. So now that we've done that, we go back and we put on our leisure suit, and this might be the first time that we can go talk to a certain someone. I'm not for sure, but I think I can. Take leisure suit. Okay. Ring. Yeah, having sex with the lawyer was definitely something that I did not get on the first playthrough. But it was one of those things that you just walk around in the suit and you're like, I wonder what people will say. Aha, here we go. Now we're talking. Good woman. Why not have a seat first, Larry? On the end of the piano sits a large brandy snifter filled with money, tips donated by enthusiastic fans. Okay. Beautiful, you say to the pianist. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. And hello to you, Larry, replies Passionate Patty. I'm the girl of your dreams, Passionate Patty. Oh my. Larry, you won't get much out of life if you don't go for it. You've never experienced that until you've had me. Hello, beautiful. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. Why don't you and I get together sometime very soon? Hello yourself, Mr. Pretend to be a swinging single. I never date a married man when there are so many single guys just waiting their turn. Give divorce papers. Where'd you get that? Give divorce decree in. Patty, look, I did it. My divorce is finalized. Here, take it. Frame this thing and mount it here on your piano. Congratulations, Larry. Did I mention earlier how much I love single men? Suddenly you've become a lot more interesting to me. We should get together sometime. No, I'm divorced now. What do you say we get together for a little nightcap after your last set? I'm sorry, Larry, but you must improve your poor physical condition. I could never go out with a man with such a pot belly. I'm leaving now, Patty. See you later, Larry. Seems a little rude. But it is, you know, the pulsating pectorals. That's the name of the game, so. But how will Larry ever get in shape? Oh, I know. By going to Fat City. It's time for Larry to get in shape. Look card. Turn card. Well, well, look at this. Susie wrote her locker number plus some words on the back of a small key card. 69. Closer examination, the words read Piggy's Coffee Shop, the Comedy Hut, and Fat City. Now what could that mean? Why would Susie scribble the names of the new businesses on the back of a spa membership key card? Fat City? I live there. Hey-oh. Piggy's Coffee Shop, Comedy Hut, Fat City. So you go to the manual. Piggy's Coffee Shop. Piggy's, 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 Piggy's. Piggy's Coffee Shop. The Comedy Hut is 8. Piggy's is 18. 18, 8, and 23. 18, 8, 23. This is a fun little manual too. I encourage you to look it up. Again, little copy protection. Put that in the chat. 18, 8, 23. Ta-da! Take that back with my paper. Use card. Hey, the man shouts behind the counter. You can't go in there. The tanning booth is out of order. We'll get it fixed real soon now. Okay. Bulletin board is filled with advertisements for products you find totally uninspiring. Oh my. What do we got going on here? A tall, statuesque Bond is working out on a stage surrounded by video equipment. You're not close enough. Perhaps you should look at her first. Hey, beautiful. You say, my name is Larry. Larry Laffer. It's nice to meet you, Larry Laffer. From the looks of that stomach, you've come to the right place. Ugh. Everyone's hating that tum-tum. Hey, beautiful. My, your body is certainly ready for one of my workouts. Bambi, would you like to see the town with me? I've seen this town, Larry, and it ain't that much. I'll see you around, Bambi. Come back when you feel helpful, Larry. Rude. This is the only kind of like grind part of the game. If I remember correctly, the locker is here, all the way tucked in this little corner. Hey, there's locker 69 right there. Clear the mechanism by quickly spinning the lock several turns to the right. Which 3 numbers do you wish to try? We're going to go with 18, 8, 23. You did it! You don't need to type the word lock it to complete the game. It is. Sounds effective, yeah. The way you get fit is by trying to navigate the locker room. There's a photo of a scantily clad Tom Selleck, some spray deodorant, and a set of women's sweats. Put on sweats. Gosh, don't you look sweet in a pair of newly larger women's sweats? I know how to spell locker. I spell it locket. The sweatsuit would weigh a ton if you wore it into the shower. There are 4 separate workout stations on Fat City's exercise equipment. The leg curl bench, the bench press, weightlifting dumbbell bench, and the pull-up station, and the pull bar. Well, here you go. Exercise. Okay, use the cursor keys until you work up a sweat. You have to get it all the way up and down. This is a great time to run an ad, so I'm going to do that. Congratulations, you've done 13 bar pulls. No pain, no gain. The fact that Larry can do... Actually, that's the one I want to leave for last. Congratulations, you've pumped 1,300 pounds. Nine ads. Nice! This game was made by people who don't... You can tell this game was made by software designers and artists who have never worked out in a gym before. Smile, this is supposed to be fun. Having some PTSD, having done this in my youth so many times. I think the puppies are upstairs, but if they do come down, I will count that as your redemption. Who booked this gig? Congratulations, you've done 13 pull-ups. But it's not a pull-up, it's a dip. But that's okay. I don't need Sierra to know what these things are called. It's fine. Just working out.
You have no new follows.
I do that literally 50 times a day.
Aren't you afraid that thing might give you cancer?
Well, I am now.
Well, I know. I dip, you dip, we all dip. Fun dip, Larry dip, love dip. I love to dip, you love to dip. We all dip and have some dip. We Larry dip. Larry dip. Larry dip. I do like the idea of saying like, oh, just do 100 reps of an exercise and you will be all set. Boy, oh boy, this exercise stuff really works. Why, you look and feel like a new man. Oh boy. Apparently they're gonna run some new ads in a minute. What is going on with Twitch? Why is it being so stupid? Why are you being so stupid, Twitch? Is everyone back from the ads? I don't want to go if the ads are stupid. This is the fun part of the thing. Okay, ads starting. Ready. Hey! What's happening? Whoa! Huh. Well. Look at this. It's the Incredible Dork! Love the old-timey font. Hey, Senny. How are you? There they are, the pulsating pectorals. You could learn to like this. Maybe you could enter one of those contests. Oops. Your new body has sprung a leak. Oh well, you want to be that pumped up anyway. At least you're no longer overweight. Why, just take a look at yourself. That gut of yours is gone, and just look at those muscles. What a hunk! That's easy. Go to gym exactly one time. Do 100 reps of 4 exercises. Profit. Imagine how painful growing those muscles in 6 seconds would be. It would be quite the adaptation. I think Larry would be crawling on the ground or dead right now. Busy week of prepping for turducken. Oh, baby, we got a turducken in the house, baby. We got a turducken in the house. Open locker. I keep saying lock it. 18, 8, 23. Nice. Take towel. You don't have it. Take off clothes. You remove everything you're wearing and toss it into the locker. Congratulations, you're quickly turning this family-oriented entertainment software into an X-rated game. Next thing you know, you'll probably begin enjoying walking around like this. Then where would we be? And we are here to palm Jua. I'll debone your poultry. Where are the towels? Oh no, the towels are out front. I've done a terrible thing. I can't do this first.
Yeah. Agility, I will happily
Oh,
take that.
agility? I'll happily take that.
So,
Oh, no.
hand over.
I'll do that so far. When you're going somewhere, don't forget to bring a towel. I hope I saved. I did. Can I go out in sweats? Or have I soft locked this game? Chef's son will do the cooking. Oh, baby. Please share a picture on Lungy's Discord or something. I would love to see me a turducken. You can't go into the lobby wearing sweats. Well, I can't. I need to get a towel. And I forgot to get a towel because I'm a big dumbaroo. Soft lock, soft lock, soft lock. Oh no, I think I did. I think I soft locked. Oh no. Take leisure suit. You return to your leisure suit. Once again, ready to face the world of women. Close lockers. Sweats are forbidden in the lobby in a gym of all places. But look at jacked up Larry. They make pills for that? Sweats or lockers or what? Get towel. You don't need it. What the fuck do you mean I don't need it? Ask about towel. Excuse me, sir. May I ask you a question? Certainly. What is it? Get towel. There's no reason to take it. There's no reason to take it. I think I've soft locked myself from something so primitive as just not taking a towel. Oh, I forget, you need to bring a towel. Open locker.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I don't know if taking a shower is necessary. I might lose the ability to sleep with this girl. In which case I will find the YouTube video of somebody doing it. Phew! We do have showers here, you know. I suggest you try one before you pass out. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Okay, well, if I can't engage in relations with Patty, then...
You get nothing!
That's right.
You lose!
Yep.
Good day, sir!
Terrible. I'm ashamed. I'm genuinely ashamed. Ah! Elvis and Roger Wilco. Look, Roger Wilco. Look, Roger. Hey, look, it's Roger Wilco. Patty, look at my new body and the hump. Now can we go out? Phew. Don't you ever take a shower? Fuck me. Alright. Well, I'm gonna ask the internet, is there a way to get around this? Leisure Suit Larry 3 Owl Soft Lock? No, that's not it. Yes. So it's not a towel in the gym, it's her towel. But I never took it, so I can come back here and take a shower. Okay. Okay, everything's okay. I even wrote locker instead of lock it. That was horrifying. It's, you know, it's been decades since I've played this game. I don't remember where all the puzzles are. For example, I know there's a maze puzzle with a solution in the manual, but I don't remember where in the manual it is. So we're gonna have to look that up real quick. If that's okay. Aha! Yeah, see? Take towel. Take a crab-covered towel. Why would she leave without just taking her towel? I have no idea. Never, never eat nectarines that are washed. I don't know why that's bad, but listen to Knox. Never, never eat the nectarines that are live. Oh, thanks, Mariah Carey Xmas sing-along. They're going okay. I'm just trying to keep myself whatever. I'm doing all right. Sometimes it just, you know, you go up, you go down. You try and be gentle to your body, I'll say that. Take off clothes. Put on towel. You carefully tie the beach towel around your waist, leaving your leisure suit in the locker with the stretch suit. Close locker. Wow, look at this buff guy. Buff man. Hang your towel just outside the shower room where you'll be able to reach it easily upon exit. Look at Larry's penis. Turn on water. Okay. Wash with soap. Show us his wang. It's only a towel covered in crabs and sand. It's perfectly clean. You are so wise to bring your soap and a rope into the shower with you. You rub it over every part of your body, some parts longer than others. Soon it's all gone. It's been 5 minutes since you saved your game. For me, unbelievable. Turn off water. Here's a Larry Wang. Larry Wang, Larry Wang. Dry body. Good idea. You carefully dry every tiny pore to prevent chafing. Take off towel. Use deodorant. Put on leisure suit. Take photo. You have all the photos of Tom Selleck that you need. What's with the Hitchcock angle? I think they just didn't want to show him in a shower, like, straight up. But maybe it was an homage to Hitchcock. All right. Well, we avoided disaster there, and by we, I mean all of you reminding me that the towel was on the beach. Which is good. Oh, we're almost done with the game, but that seems crazy. How can we have had sex with so many women and still not have so many points? It's a curiosity. Let's slow it down a little bit so we can see her movements. I'm back, Bambi. Hi, Larry. How's it going? Talk about body. Show muscles. Oh yeah, I got your muscles right here. Could I work out with you, Bambi? Maybe after I finish this aerobics video project, Larry. Help with video. Bambi, I know just the angle that will sell that video of yours. Sense. Of course, why didn't I think of that? If sex sells toothpaste, it surely should sell aerobics. They ain't wrong. We'll be the first aerobics video to use sexual positions for our exercises. Can you do it, Bambi? Can you make it interesting? Interesting, I should say. Watch this. This is very, this is probably one of the more disturbing parts of the game. Just ask Jane Fonda. She knows that. Tell me what you think of these moves, Larry. Call on me, squat body. Yeah, just come into regular splits, stand yourself up, do down some deep bends. It needs to be a little hotter, Bambi. Come on, honey, really turn me on. Legion Suit Larry invented twerking. You're getting there. Which song? Which song? Which song is Call on Me? Oh, and also, hey, Grant, how are you? Go, Bambi, go. Oh, that's so hot, where you have the one in front and the one behind. There's a little move that'll put it over the top, Bambi yells. Oh, she's breaking all the equipment. It's so hot. You guys, it's so hot. I can't stand this any longer. All these movements have turned me on. Come on, Larry, enough of this rehearsal. It's showtime. It's Call on Me, Eric cries. Oh, Larry, I'm so excited about this new video idea of yours. I don't know if I've ever heard that song before. Come on, Larry. Let's do a little blocking. I like as his face is still light. Here's a nice quiet spot where I'm sure we won't be disturbed. This old tanning machine has been broken since the late 80s. It is the late 80s. So, she asks, why don't you step over here to my casting couch and I'll audition you for the role in my new video. Perhaps a role would be more like it. Bambi, I may not be able to keep up with you aerobically, but remember, practice makes perfect. You know, Larry, no pain, no gain. This is definitely one of the lesser intimate positions. Okay, I will check out the music video. Your energetic pre-aerobic warm-up loosens the stuck lid of the defective tanning machine. Well, Larry, you're the first man who's ever made me see lights. The brilliant glow of 1500 watts of ultraviolet B heats your back as quickly as it cramps your style. Hey, Bambi, you cry, struggling to raise the lid. How do you get out of this? How do you get this thing out? That's your problem, Larry. I'd just like to raise the lid of this tanning booth. Larry, help! It's stuck! No, it's not. I'm just having trouble moving with this lid on my back. Bambi slips out of the tanning machine, out the door, and out of your life, leaving you to ponder yet another of life's great mysteries. Why is it so damn hard to get an even tan in a machine? Yep, that's what I wonder all the time, too. Strong Larry, Larry is so strong. You know, Larry, I always say it's not the men in your life that count, it's the life in your men. Patty, please, let's try it. You and me together, alone at last. What do you say? I'd say yes, Larry, but where I come from, a gentleman customarily gives a gift to his lady on their first date. I could never go out with a man who didn't care enough to give me presents. Now, what could she want? What could she want? Patty, here, take these wilted old flowers. No way, Larry. Although I have a soft spot in my heart for orchids, I could never accept these tired old things. Is that all you think of me? Dead flowers, indeed. Everybody likes something, but nobody doesn't. You're too smart for this game. Goodbye. Goodbye. Leave. I'm leaving now, Patty. See you later, Larry. Stand. Okay, I gotta quickly go and get a lay and then bring it back before it wilts. I was too smart for my own good. Here's my gift, $1 million. I'm really having fun doing the Larry voice. Larry? Oh, Larry Lappa. I don't know if I like or dislike that they turned him into, like, cartoon character in the later games. The ones you picked before were getting pretty droopy. Welcome back to the islands, Mr. Lapa. They're like, way to go. Way to make it a second time, dummy. Thank you. I've been having a lot of fun really working on it. But I like the guy who started doing the voice for Larry, who just added the little chuckle in there. And they said it was an improv thing, and it just totally makes the character. Please, Patty, wear my lay tonight for me, alone. Oh, Larry, thank you. You're such a charmer. I'm ready. What do you want to do? Make love. Oh, well, what the hell. It's getting late. I'm ready to quit for the night, and you're looking better all the time. Sure, let's go. Yeah. She's like, well, who cares? Here, Larry, take the key to my suite. Just slip out of the back. I'll just slip out the back way and use the service elevator. Just wait a few minutes before you come upstairs, because I'd like to slip into something more comfortable, like your flowers. Oh, and remember, Larry, I refuse to make love to a man without something to drink first, she says over her shoulder. No offense, of course. None taken, you suppose. Oh, where could I find some booze? I've got one place in mind. Maybe the porta potty has some. It is nice that they said that at that point, and you didn't get up to the room and she's like, actually, I could really use a drink. Can you go find me one? You're like, what the fuck? Book. Table. A bottle of wine rests on the center table, breathing until its owner returns. You quietly cop some of the poor slob's bottle of fine wine. Imported from Fresno County, limited edition, 1,243,153 of only 3,231,679 bottles. I just can't stop saving. Push button. Limited edition, special run edition. Only to be had by 3 million people. 3.5 million people, I guess. Use card. There's no need to use it here. Insert card. Better not. Use penthouse key. You must pick a floor. Which floor? Penthouse. Okay. You insert Patty's penthouse key into the 9th floor penthouse access lock and turn it 1/4 turn to the right. Both you and the elevator begin to rise. I did it, you guys. I won the game, but I must have missed so much. I only have half the points. I remembered to bring the wine, Patty, you announced. And I remembered to wear your lei, Larry, she smiles. Okay. You decide to place the bottle of wine on the silver tray resting on the table at the foot of the circular bed beside the 2 glasses Patty has thoughtfully provided for the occasion. Perhaps I should explain. I have a history of not finishing when I begin. Just don't be surprised if something happens before we finish. Rest assured, honey, I promise you something will happen. Would you care for a glass of wine? I thought you'd never ask. Say when? Right after this drink, Larry. That's an old Rodney Dangerfield joke. Very good, too. Very effective. Vaudeville! Yucca, 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 making jokes about sex. So, Patty, how did you get into the music business? Shut up, Larry. Okay. I can do that. Why is the music so military? This isn't doing it for you, Grant? Oh, Patty. Oh, Larry. Wherever did you learn to kiss like that? Well, when I was younger, I did play trumpet in a mariachi band. Oh, Larry. Oh, oh. Oh, Larry, you're the first man who's ever made feel that. Yeah, now this music. Ooh. Where did you learn to do that and that? And oh yes, that, please more of that. Well, Larry, perhaps you learned more from Kalalu than you realize. Yeah, they like, and push him and speak. And push him and speak. I know what a woman receiving pleasure sounds like, obviously. Oh, Larry. The thermometer directly placed in front of her breast. Yes, oh, Larry, that's wonderful. I didn't know pectorals could pulsate like that. You think to yourself, how ironic. Of all the both women I've known, this piano player turns out to be the greatest. Patty thinks to herself, how ironic. Of all the men I've had, this dork turns out to be the greatest. It's so messed up. Simultaneously, you each murmur into the other's ear, I'd never known it could be be this good. Yes. Chemistry, man. The weird thing. There's no explaining it. As Patty drifts off to sleep, you realize this is one woman who deserves the nickname. The woman of my dreams. The man of my dreams. Hey, a little nipple coming through. I'm in love. Little Patty nipple right there when she breathes out. There'll never be another woman for me. How I wish I still smoked. Just a little peek, a little pixel. The two of you drift off to sleep, bathed in the glow of your experience together. That settles it. From now on, it's Larry Laffer forever. Tomorrow I must call my boyfriend and tell him I'm breaking off our relationship for good. Sorry, Arnold. As she falls asleep, thinking about how she'll handle the edge of her other relationship, Patty murmurs softly a single devastating word. Arnold. What? What did she say? Arnold? Arnold? Oh no. I thought she felt something. I knew I felt it during the best sexual experience of my life. She was thinking of another man. I'm so stupid. By now I should have learned some men have a way with women and some men don't. I was a fool to believe my new body would make a difference. Nothing makes any difference. Once you're a loser, you're always a loser. I give up. I've had it with women. It's just not worth it. I'm going to where no women will ever frustrate me again. Larry turns into an incel. And you're just like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why am I not following Larry? What? Where'd he go? Well, yes, in this case, he would just be a celibate. A Von cell. He's gone. What happened? Where could he be? Oh no, I finally meet the man of my dreams and now he vanishes into thin air? Now what will I do? Now where is he? Take my breath away. He's gone. He's really gone. Where could he go at this time of night? Why would he leave? Am I blind? How could I let him slip through my fingers? Huh. Wait, what's that off in the distance? Way over there at the point. Was that a flash of white polyester? Look at that huge body of water. It's him! That. They still have the old thing program, not him in shape walking into the thing. But where is he going? There's nothing that way but uncharted bamboo forest. Oh! He's gone, but it had to be Larry. His pulsating pectorals are recognizable anywhere. His giant man tits are visible from any part of the globe. Suddenly everything seems so obvious, so simple. I must give up everything and find my man. I know my quest. To find Larry Laffer. What do you mean your quest? This is Leisure Suit Larry, not Leisure Suit Patty. Leisure Suit Patty? By the way, this like thing of her just walking around in the bed sheet is one of my favorite sprites ever for Sierra. I don't know why. She is. She's in Leisure Suit Larry 5. Big bottle. Okay. Big pantyhose. Patty, there are people watching. Move behind the dressing screen first. I don't care about the people watching. What happens? I forget what happens if you try and leave. You can't leave dressed like nothing but a blue sheet, says you. Big tray. We'll tray this. Big tray. It's of no use. It's a tray. It's of a lot of use. Big pantyhose. Okay, Patty, you've got legs. Big underwear. Okay, you've always enjoyed the feeling of black lace. Big bra. Okay, you look good in black. Big dress. You slip your dress over the screen and drop the sheet on the floor. Big sheet. No, it served you well. Now just leave it there. So again, you have to remember all articles of your clothing. Well, she is wearing a white thing for a reason. Take floor. Take bed. Take piano. Shove piano in pocket. Take binoculars. Take pillow. Take carpet. Take divider. Take pillow. I already said take pillow. Shit, now I'm just repeating myself. Ah. Fun little soft block moment. Take money. Mooney. Money. Let's see, did we have a good night? Oh well, a few bucks is better than nothing. Where you're going, you're not going to leave a lot of money anyway. Book tips. Feed the kitty. Jesus. Take piano. See, look at this. Are you going to miss this? You guys notice that little thing? Why, look, someone left the marking pen laying in the tray of the announcement board. Take pen. Great, a magic marker. A girl never knows when she might need a little magic in her life. This is not the correct place to do that. Oh. It took me a second. I'm like, yeah, fountain water. You place your bottle under the tap while carefully consider the level of carcinogenic compounds there within. Take the whole fountain. What's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you take a fountain with you? Do you not know how to survive in the wilderness? God, you're so stupid, Gaggo. Excessive dumb pulses more like it, am I right? Oh, nobody here. Nobody here. Nobody here, that much is clear. There's nobody here. No, I know how to play. I can do it. You have no use for any other orchids, Patty. You'll always cherish those that Larry gave you. Whoa, son of a bitch! Well, Patty, are you now finally convinced that gravity really sucks? Lemmy, I want to play. I forget if you can die by walking into the ocean. I don't remember if that's a thing, but I'm gonna try. You have no desire to swim in the lagoon as polluted as this, Patty. Next time, Patty, stay out of that polluted lagoon. Water took you. Hello, could you give me some information about the show inside? The maitre d' response. The night show is offered at a special low rate of only $25. Of course, with tax, that will come to $42.95 exactly. Give money. Here's all the money I have in the world, you say to the doorman. Boy, what luck. I just happen to have $43 in tips. Why, thank you very much, ma'am. I know you'll enjoy the show. You do? Again, weird view. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, say the voiceover announcer, the Chippendales will crowd to announce in person tonight only for one show only. The first, the original, the greatest, the owner, Dale. A smattering of applause. Clap. You applaud uproariously. Cheer. Hoot. Holler. Don't ever say the word holler again. Oh boy. That's a good idea. But to whom? Throw panties to Dale. Okay. You slip off your Saturday night specials and readjust your pantyhose all in one smooth movement. Hey Dale, you cry. These are for you. You shriek, take me, big boy, I'm yours. Yeah, she got over Larry quick, huh? Okay, ladies, let's hear it for him. Isn't he wonderful? Clap, 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 clap. There's a lot of dudes in this, all the dudes. Oh, he took the panties. Take shirt. There's no reason to take it. Well, I mean, it's a shirt. So now you're just sitting here waiting. There he is. Patty, look, it's him. It's Dale. He's here walking through the audience. Hey, that was you who threw me that lovely little pair of panties at me, wasn't it? Asked Dale. You look lonely. Would you like a little company? Yes. Okay. I'll be streaming, doing a 24-hour Christmas stream of a Yule log. You've got him sitting here with you. Why don't you try looking into his eyes? Okay. Hello, Watson, you tell the male stripper. My name is Patty, but you may call me Passionate. Thanks, Patty, he responds, and you may call me Dale. So, Dale, is there any way through the treacherous bamboo forest that lies to the north of the village? Patty, all I can say is when all else fails, read your manual. No way, Patty. I know your reputation. As soon as you show me a clean bill of health, I'll consider your offer. What? Hope you get your man, Patty. I love how he's just like, man, you got some STDs, Patty. I ain't going nowhere near you. What a show, eh? On the east lurks the maitre d', and how about Zadale? So, do one save here. Just the world famous comedy cut is presently closed. So here we are. This will be the last save before, and this will be my save coming in just in case I forget anything. Let's take a look at the manual, the Sierra Manual, and see if there's anything in here that lets us know where we need to go. In the manual is lots of interesting little notes that are clues in the game, like sewing the skirt and all that stuff. So they're giving you, the manual is kind of like a walkthrough. wood carving, sex aerobics. Like they get it. Unix, Bippy Island Liquors. Your dog would need here. Dining out. Cherry Tart, your pass number. Chip and Dale's Burlesque Review. The Tom Jones of Noon Minute. Special Sauce. Island Voodoo. 8 pair of panties for a penny. Well, that just doesn't seem sanitary. Follow the bouncing fruit. Ever eat nectar? Wash, no, eat. I think that's the direction. So here's the big song. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, never, 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 never eat nectarines, wash, no, eat, no, nectarines, unnaturally, when we're slurping wholesomely, we nibble fruit nutritiously with nectarines. Okay, so, north, north, east, east, north, west, northeast, we hope. We're gonna find out together. I'm just gonna have this little manual sitting over here. And then I'm gonna have the game over here. And I'll have the manual here, and the game over here. Okay. Let's see if it works. North. North. East. East. North. West. North. East. You think to yourself, I'm sweating worse than a jazz clarinetist in a cowboy bar. Who would say that? All right, here we go. So that's the good part, is that as you start to get more and more tired, Patty time. It shows you being more and more tired as you walk, which I think is really cool. So north, little slumped over Patty, like north, north, then west, west. Like, wouldn't be nice little cocktail lounge having out in your godforsaken mess? Wouldn't there? South. West. Oh, now we're crawling. So this is when we save, because I don't know when we die from crawling. I just know it's soon. Then west again. But I want to show you what the death screen for dying is. And then north. Why is everyone here shaped like a Swiss thing? Why am I crawling around like this? Why am I talking to myself? I'm delirious! There we go. The crawl. Here we go. Again, a great animation of her just dragging herself. Nice view. Little, you know, grim, but nice. Yeah, I'm delirious. You are feeling very tired and thirsty. Yeah, no shit. You have almost no energy left. As you take leave of your withered, dehydrated body, you wonder, is this what it's like to play Cleveland? Shots fired at Cleveland. Patty, you really must start packing more sensibly when you take these little outings of yours. Drink water. This is also funny to me. Okay. You briefly consider a conservative rationing plan for your precious water. Oh, what the hell. Instead, you chug-a-lug the entire liter. Boy, you didn't realize how thirsty you were. Blindly celebrating your thirst-crazed delirium, you throw the now-empty wine bottle far out into the bamboo thicket in protest of bottle bill laws everywhere. Very smart. So we are going north, north, west, north. You did it! All you have to do is follow the song in the manual, and you will do it. The manual is really clever. I suggest everyone take a look at it if they have a moment. Isn't it difficult to swing upstream, especially when upstream is uphill? Well, everyone's got jokes. Drink water. Drink water. You're not close enough. You find the stream's water remarkably refreshing without a trace of caffeine. Caffeine? Never mind. I don't get it, and I don't think it wants me to get it. Poor passionate Patty. You have no idea, Rebel Phoenix. Coming up is the worst part of the game. Also, welcome in. If you are familiar with this game, I hope you enjoy it. If not, enjoy it. It is terrible. Near the edge of a dramatic cliff, the river beside you hurls itself over the edge, forming a spectacular waterfall and disappearing into the canyon below. Oh, I know. I've played them all. Well, then you are in for a capital T treat. Oh, man. This fucking part of the game. Holy shit. Look at son of a bitch! I mean, there was a part of me that's like, well, if I keep dying, I look at those boobies. A dangerous cliff may be directly north of you. What about a non-dangerous cliff? So here's a part that I'm confuzzled by. You might be able to climb down this cliff. Try moving closer to the edge. Will you really fall for this old joke? Ha 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 ha. I did a 24-hour marathon playing 1 through 7. I misplaced the CD for 4, though. Yeah, we just can't seem to find those floppies when the Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded Kickstarter was going. That's pretty cool. So if I remember correctly, 5 was the last one in the traditional VGA style. 6 was the health spa, and 7 was the cruise ship, right? And then the ones after that don't count. I'm doing 100-ish Sierra games. This is the 4th one. The 3rd one, obviously. I'll try and find the 4th one. It's really tough. And then I'll be doing 5, 6, and 7. Not in order. I like to sort of space them out. Climb down. Yes, but how? Take vine. The flowering vines are not sturdy enough to support you. Oh, did I forget to take something? Yeah, I read out 1 through 5 and was losing my voice and finally hit the talking. Do I take the bamboo here? I forget. It's been so long since I played this. The bamboo poles will do you no good. What did I forget? I forgot something in the jungle, perhaps? Those are just bamboo stalks. I'm having a mental whatever. Because I only remember the next screen. I don't remember this screen. I have no memory of this screen whatsoever. Yes, but how? I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know how. You're near the edge of the dramatic cliff, burns to spectacular waterfall. Swim? No. Interesting. I don't recall. You try your best to pull the nearest bamboo stalk out of the ground, but you are unable to budge it. Was there a knife in my room that I forgot? Like, there wasn't a cheese knife or anything. Curious. I think you tie your pantyhose to the rock. Oh, is this where the panty... That's right. You're right, Knox, because it has the funny thing where you go... You're right. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Take off pantyhose. I totally forgot about that. That's funny. I love that all of her puzzles are clothing related. You remove your pantyhose, tie one leg to the tip of the large rock, tie the other end around your waist, then lower yourself carefully over the edge of the cliff. Yep, nothing wrong here. This is how pantyhose work. You hope these are support hose. You lower yourself, an experience not wholly unfamiliar to you, over the sheer side of the canyon wall. Your full weight supported only by a pair of run-filled pantyhose. How you wish you changed to a clean pair this morning. Yep, now I remember this. How? Oh no, your pantyhose broke. Ow. You slowly recover from your near-tragic pantyhosing and try to remember why you are here. Of course, it's Larry you're seeking. You bring yourself back to your feet, ready to resume your quest for the man of your dreams. This puzzle took me forever. I didn't get it, I didn't understand why I didn't get it, and it made me mad. Your three-point landing has left you upon a small ledge projecting from the face of the cliff. All around you are plants with unusually shaped leaves. That had to hurt. Do you still stream, Rebel Phoenix? Dear Tragic Pantyhosing, take plant. You're not close enough. Okay, you bend over and gather a few choice products from Dr. Nonookie's Garden of Unearthly Delights. I'm actually planning on streaming Reloaded tomorrow. What time? Are you sure this is something you should be doing? Marijuana? Shame on you. Don't you know marijuana's illegal? What do you plan to do with this stuff? Looking up on the frontals, you can see that these are coconut palms. Coconut, eh? There are trees here, but none close enough for you to climb. Okay, you wrap your slender legs tightly around the long cylindrical trunk. An experience not wholly unfamiliar to you. Hilarious. Probably just going to start after lunch, so 1 p.m. or so. Take coconut. Okay. Reaching beneath the palm tree's front kilt, you grab a pair of the large brown hairy nuts, an experience not wholly unfamiliar to you. They had a lot of fun with this. Look, Cliff. A long way to the bottom of that canyon. Be careful, Patty. Well, I won't be back from work by then, but I will throw you a Flizzalo. And I will catch the VOD. The VOD? Well, I bet I can just... Oh, son of a bitch! Way to go, Newton.
Exactly there, dude. What the fuck is that? And
That's not okay, man.
I'm fucking done. Everyone behind this camera is fucking over. If you're in a hole dying, I won't be there.
Love for Sale is actually my favorite. This year I bought a sealed copy to store in an acrylic case. So tell me why Love for Sale is your favorite. I'll say one of the things that kind of like, I love all the Easter eggs in it, which are really good. I love the dildy, the treasure hunt dildo game, and I still, to my friends, will go like, yeah, baby, bump, 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 bump. Yeah, I think it was like the perfect balance of cartoony silliness with also just like not too cartoony. Like, I didn't mind Love for Sale. I minded King's Quest 7, which doesn't make any sense, but still. Yeah, I mean, we would play that game all the time, just clicking on dildos and having fun. Stop threatening people. Want to fight? Play Warcraft. There's so many like hidden lines. Just every time he gets with someone, he has to sneak back to his room naked and he gets caught. It's hilarious. Way to go, Newton. So there's so many ways to not get over this cliff. Jump over cliff. Whee! Smoke weed. Okay. You quickly dry a few leaves in the sun. Pull a pack of rolling papers from your bra and place the leaves in the paper while professionally executing a one-hand roll. You lose points for doing that, by the way. Grabbing a couple rocks, you slap them together until you make a spark that ignites your joint. Ah. You begin to get a little buzz on. Whoa, what's happening? Stuff makes you feel like you're floating. Another all-time sprite from Sierra. They had so much fun doing the Patty sprites. Hey, cool, dude. You see visions of Daventry. Yeah. Aw, bogus. Isn't stuff already wearing off? Oh, son of a bitch! Just remember, Patty, next time, just say no. I will tell you, I was so excited for what I thought MCO was going to be. I burned the Larry 7 soundtrack to blast in my car on the way to GameStop to pick up the PC version. And in retrospect, that was the best thing about MCL. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was really, you know, like, I get it. I get it. But also, it's so tough with Larry, because at one point, are you making a Larry game? Because it has to be a Larry game, but also, are you just making a porn game? Like, what are you doing? And there's a fine line. It was never misogyny because he was such a loser, but I don't know. I feel like Magna Cum Laude was... I don't know. I feel like it crossed some lines somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Where it's like, it wasn't a joke that was funny. It was just like, there's like a cruelty to this that seems, I don't know. That's just me. So, how do we get across this pit? Well, we're gonna make weed into rope. You're too smart for this game. Make rope. Okay. Cleverly remembering that an original legal use of marijuana in the manufacture of hemp rope, you take the marijuana you harvested and carefully weave it into a rope. Because of course she knows how to do that. Fortunately, you picked enough so your rope is just slightly longer than the distance across the chasm. In other words, our little Muhammad Ali has made her own dopa rope. I think they did it just so they could make the dopa rope joke. So then you throw the rope across. Throw rope across. Move a little closer to the edge, Patty. Okay. Come on, get it. Giving it everything you've got. You hurl the rope as hard as you can. You did it. You've lassoed that rack to the rock, tie to tree. Congratulations, you've dumped out of this game. Tie, rope, to tree. Okay. Although your previous experience with knots was limited to fashion accessories, plus a few weekends spent on yachts and ports around the world serving as deckhand au natural, you tie the rope to the palm tree as securely as you can. I hated this next puzzle. So you're like, I did it. Climb across rope. I solved this puzzle by turning weed into a rope. I'm a genius. Look at me. You wrap your long, delicate pianist fingers and your long, delicate pianist legs around your handmade rope, squeezing your legs tightly together, an experience not wholly unfamiliar to you. You move out over the canyon. Well, well, well. Isn't this another fine mess you've gotten us into? Now you're hanging by your hands and knees from a rope woven from marijuana stems suspended high above a tremendously deep chasm. I mean, geez. Yeah, it is an unusually white rope. Also, look how far she threw this rope. I'm just saying, she threw this rope a long way. Your hands rapidly tire from holding your body's full weight on the rope. You are having trouble keeping your knees together, an experience not wholly unfamiliar to you. Look out! Bah! If only you had some way to secure yourself to the rope. Your hands have certain skills, but rope grasping is not one of them. How am I going to secure myself to the rope? What can I use? Can I grab more hemp to make more rope to tie? No. What do I have to do? I have to rip my dress. Okay. For no infuriating. Good idea, Patty. You discreetly remove approximately 8 inches from your hem of your dress. Just enough so when you climb on the rope, you'll have a safety harness for security. Sure. I'm gonna make a safety harness out of my dress because I know to rip my dress. This game is bananas. Before climbing onto the rope, you slip into your safety harness. Will it be strong enough to hold you? You feel certain your informal safety harness will help you pass safely over this canyon. But are your feelings correct? I don't know, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't infuriate me. This is the ultimate moon logic puzzle. Your improvised safety harness works. You feel you may be able to make it all the way across. Sure. Of course. You did it, Patty, but now you wonder if there was something you forgot before Wonder if there was something you forgot before you left. Of course, you could always take the rope back again. Patty, the knot around the palm tree came loose. Now there's no way for you to turn back. Ah, geez. No way home. There's no easy way out. Just another part. Do. Look out! Oh boy. Once again, Patty, you find yourself being porked. An experience not wholly unfamiliar to you. They're really leaning heavily into these Patty's a whore jokes at the end. Are you sure Oscar Mayer started like this? Bibbidi 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 bib, that's all, folks. Yeah, it's just basically save on every screen. You don't know what's going to happen. Patty, look out. It's one of Nunanut's island's rare feral pigs exercising his territorial rights right next to you. Use coconut with bra. This is easy. This is always like a slingshot trope in a game. That's an idea. The question is how. Throw coconut at pig with bra. Feral pig just grunts and snores. Sling coconut with bra. You're not strong enough to hurl a coconut with enough velocity to stop one of Nunanut's feral pigs. That's why I'm using the bra. Use bra as sling. Use bra with coconut. Sling coconut with bra. Launch coconut with bra. Hurl coconut with bra. Take off bra. Ah, there you go. I mean, that might work. Oh, that feels better. Sling coconut with bra. Throw coconut with bra. I know. Put coconut in bra. Okay. Good idea, Patty. You're now holding a bra containing a pair of heavy coconuts. Now what? So many details. Throw coconut at pig. That wouldn't have any effect on the wild boar. Throw bra at pig. Okay. Easy. You did it, Patty. Your 36C bowler has done its duty. But have you noticed how you're running dangerously low on clothing? Yeah, I wonder if that was completely unintentional from the programmers. And she's just gonna use her clothes for everything and she'll like get more and more naked. Drink water. Nobody's that thirsty. A roaring river rushes by. It looks too deep to wade across and too rapid to swim. How will you proceed from here? Log. Well, you see no log from your current location. Here's one place where you may have to get your feet wet, Patty. A small log rests in the weeds near the river bank. Okay, we're gonna get on log. You're not close enough. I mean, I am close enough. You mount the gnarly log, an experience not wholly unfamiliar to you. Launch. Launch log. Move log. Good idea, but difficult to do when you're sitting smack dab on top of your log. Get off log. Okay. Move log. Okay. Oh boy. Get on log. Okay. So much detail. You mount the gnarly log. You did it. The current has caught your log and is taking you downstream. Towards your Larry? Question mark. Yeah, they definitely played that one out. Press F8 to bypass the next scene. Nuh-uh, I want max points, yo. Oh no! Phew. I gotta slow it down a little bit. I mean, that's a vibe right there, that thing. Don't you just hate arcade games? Kind of. That is definitely a vibe right there. Arcade. As long as you keep moving, I think you're okay, he said, getting ready to die. Oh no! I mean, I hate arcade games, but I don't hate that death screen. Holy shit. Save scum, save scum. Oh god! Oh no, did I just save myself into death? He said, not knowing? No. As soon as it passes, just pick a direction and go in it. Look out, Patty, it's your worst nightmare! It's a fucking baby. That's funny. A little hurtful. You don't know that Patty doesn't want a baby. Just saying. Ah, fucking crocodile? Bullshit. Oh, shit. Fuck. Fuck, I really want to do this. Children! Okay, well. Patty is anti-Bush and in favor of the no child left inside policy. She's like, all child left in the river to die. That's Patty's policy. I have to save scum even more for this bullshit. Like, this is crazy. They are actively like, oh, you remember your old strategy obsessive? Fuck you, it doesn't work. I'm so fucking close to the end. Like, come on, give me a fucking break, dude. How fast am I supposed to be able to go to avoid this shit? These things are coming at me too fast. An experience not wholly unfamiliar to you, Patty. Yeah. It's not fair, it's not right, it's not just. Don't like it, don't need it, didn't right, didn't fit, didn't fair, didn't proper. The alligators are bullshit. Because the alligators will come right at you. Come on! It was right there! Like that ski game from Windows 98. Yeah, it's just like meant to be like, oh, we're just gonna ruin your life with this game. Come on. Come on. I hate that I have to like save scum this shit. I hate it. There should be some way to just have a normal human being reaction time to obstacles and get out of their way without having to save scum this shit. Just saying, that's not an unreasonable request to make of an adventure game with an arcade aspect in it. You know, just saying. You know, just saying. All right. So close. It's like, it's finding me. It's just searching for me. You made it. Yeah, fucking finally I made it. It's right. Dumb fucking game. But now what lies ahead? Nothing. Never that game again, that's what lies ahead. Dress is soaked. You finally make your way past all the obstacles and arrive at a pleasant little clearing. This might be a good spot to take a short rest. You look for a place to beach your trusty log. Thank you, Rebel Phoenix. I appreciate your enthusiasm and optimism. Oh boy. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, jeez. What have they done to you, Patty? Son of a bitch, you've been captured by Danute's famous tribe of Amazonian women lesbian cannibal natives. Now what will you do? How will you ever find your Larry? On the other hand, where do they find such stylish outfits way out here in this wilderness? Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 whoosh. Torturing the men in their little outfits. Knocked unconscious, securely wrapped in the Amazonian woman cannibal's net, you hang over her shoulder like a sack of potatoes in an army mess. Oh my, flinging side to side, powerless to stop them. No, please, stop. Oh, Patty, where will they take you? What will they do to you? What will happen to you? And will there be a hairdresser available to you afterwards? You are jostled through the village, paraded about the square, handled roughly, battered and bruised, then placed inside a cage made of bamboo and leather. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you. An experience not wholly unfamiliar to you. Oh, man. You fondly recall a blind date when you were at Juilliard. As you slowly regain consciousness, the blackness leaves your brain and you realize you are no longer tied up in the net, but something tells you you are no longer alone. Larry, it's you. Patty, it's you. Larry. Patty, Larry, Patty. Oh, Larry, I missed you so. Oh, Patty, I missed you so. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, Larry, I just couldn't believe you left. I can't believe how it felt to finally have found a perfect match and then to have you disappear into thin air. I awakened to an empty bed, rushed to the balcony, and saw you disappear through the horrible bamboo forest. So I started out after you, and I found you were together again at last, and this time to stay. But tell me, Larry, why did you go? Whatever caused you to leave like that? You did, Patty. After the most fantastic night of my life, just as I was drifting away into a blissful sleep, I heard you murmur one word, Arnold. Why, Patty? If I'm so special, why would you speak someone else's name? Weren't you thinking of him while we made love? Oh, Larry, you wonderful, fragile fool. I was thinking of him because I was trying to figure out how to tell him I was going to leave him for you. Patty, I am a fool. But what's the difference? At last we understand. We both feel the same for each other. We'll be together for the rest of our lives. Speaking of which, you did come here to rescue me, didn't you? You do have some sort of plan, don't you? You didn't travel all this way just so you could join me for dinner in their stomachs, did you? Just a minute. You stall. I'm sure I'll think of something. Well, you'd better think fast, Larry responds. I think those gals have got something cooking, and it's gonna be us. Oh boy. Well, let's see what I've got. My key, my dress, and my magic marker. Use dress. Use dress. Congratulations, you have dumbfounded the game. Escape. You may know the word escape. Open cage. You can't do that, at least not now. Oh, that's not good. Hello, booby shaman. Larry, look, you cry. What's that witch doctor doing? With her giant fake tits. That's it. We're finished. Ah! 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 Mark my words, Patty. Sometimes you must fight magic with magic. Magic? But what could he mean? I forgot what happened to Patty, and after reading the wiki, I know why I forgot. Because was it ever explained in game? At the end of 5, they're fine, and then by 6, she's never mentioned again. It just sort of, you know what I mean? Is there something in the wiki to which I am unaware? I don't recall. Was there something in 6 where they explained Patty's absence? Anyway, let's wait. We've got the booby, use, magic, marker. Like very shortly, just they split up before 6 and she's off doing her own thing. Well, that's stupid. Because I know 6 starts and Larry is just walking on the beach. No. 6 starts. He wins the cruise on the game show in 7. In 6, he's walking on the beach. I'm trying to remember. I'm mixing up the 2 games. No. 6, he wins the health spa on the game show. 7, the person he meets in the health spa tries to kill him. And he escapes with a cruise ticket. Now I remember. Okay. Okay. Larry, I don't know if this will work or not, but the only thing I can think of is this magic marking pen I picked up back at the lounge. Let me see if I can draw us a way out of this mess. Patty, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The game show, that's right. 6 is the game show. Patty, you did it. At least you did something. What is that, a magic door? I don't know, Larry, but from the looks of things hereabouts, I don't want to stay around here. Come on, let's get out of here. I'm right behind you, honey, Larry responds. See you on the other side. Fucking escape. There you go. Son of a bitch. Patty! Ah! Son of a bitch, I'm falling! Larry, what happened? I don't know, Patty, but it feels like we just fell out of the game. The question is, where will we end up? Hilarious. Meanwhile, back at Sierra Studios, workers are busy filming yet another exciting episode in the never-ending saga of Sonny Bonds and the citizens of Lytton, California, USA. Well, never-ending, they ended it on 4. Quiet on set, please. Music. Lights. Camera. Action. This is very funny. Craig, look out! Get out of here! Watch out, Godzilla Larry, or you'll destroy the city of Lytton. Wow, some guys really know how to make an entrance. Staggering to his feet, Larry surveys your new surroundings. Larry spots you lying motionless on the floor beneath the miniature city of Lytton. Patty, are you okay? He cries. I guess so, you reply, but if I keep doing my own stunts like this, I'm going to end up flat-chested. Come on, Larry, let's get out from under here. He's doing this all on heels, by the way. But what is this place, Larry? You ask. Good question, he replies, although it does seem familiar. You take the lead, Patty. Let's explore. Explore Sierra. Space Quest 2, King's Quest. The empty placard for King's Quest, I like that. The car front? What is that for? This must be Sierra's prop storage room. Look at all these old floats and backdrops. Oh, this is the back of the taxi for Leisure Suit Larry 1. Acme Roman numerals. This is the quote for Conquest in Camelot. Look, robes. You hope this is the end of the game as you are running out of dress. That's funny. The Montburger. You gotta hit the hay? Oh, okay. I was gonna read the Chuck Norris thing after we finish, but I understand. I'll do it next time. I'll read Chuck Norris's essay. I think you'll really like it. Son of a bitch, you shout. Now what? We're weightless, Larry yells. Ah. I think they had way too much fun drawing Patty upside down. Turn off machine. Must be upside down in order to reach the plug from where you are. Okay. Look, Larry, you cried. I did it. The anti-gravity generator is unplugged. Wait a minute, Patty, Larry yells. If there's no anti-gravity... That's quite the position for both of them. Wow, Patty, that was a rough one. What's next? Oh, lordy. That's too funny. Ass over to... Oh, this is great. This is my favorite part. Track that camera left. No, 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 no. Move back. Good, good. That's fine. Stop right there, barks the woman in the director's chair. Experience not wholly unfamiliar. Turning to the actress on set, she says, "Now, Rosella, what do you say we take it again from the top? And this time, really show me some emotion." And action. Cut. No, that's no good. Try it from the right side this time. And action. This is so good. What a callback for this. No, no, cut. You slipped again, Rosella. And action. How many times must we do this, Rosella? You must get all the way up to that uvula. Tap, tap, tap. What's going on here? What's going on here, Patty? Whispers Larry. I don't know, Larry, but that girl certainly seems tired of going down on that tongue. This just isn't right, whines the actress on the giant tongue set. It's too humid in here. This wool skirt keeps soaking up water. That goo you spread on the tongue is too slippery. You haven't given me my motivation for this scene yet. Thank you very much, Rosella, interrupts the woman in the director's chair. If you have any other complaints, please don't let me stop you. Well, yes, I do, she pouts, pointing directly at you and Larry. I thought this was a closed set. Who are these two people over there? Cut, break 10 minutes, people, she shouts at the crew. With an angry glare, she turns towards you and Larry. And who are you? What are you doing here? How did you get in? Come over here right now. As you move closer, you recognize the woman in the director's chair. Why, Larry, look, it's Roberta Williams, star of softcore adventure. To hear her, you cry, "Oh, Miss Williams, I've loved your games for years. What an honor this is to finally meet my software hero." Roberta softens noticeably. Well, yeah, I am Roberta Williams, but who are you? Well, Roberta, I'm Passionate Patty, the world-famous lounge pianist. This gentleman to your right is my lover. His name is Larry. Larry Lafford. Nice to meet you both, says Roberta, but how did you get in here? This is supposed to be a high-security area. We just dropped in. We just dropped in. Literally, offers Larry. Actually, Berta, we had one hell of an adventure just getting here. Why, I've been through a virtual maze of bamboo forest with just one drink of water, rappelled down a sheer cliff on a pair of pantyhose, Incredible chasm with only a handmade rope, fought ferocious feral swine with my underwear, ridden through a log through Whitewater Canyon, and okay, already, enough, laughed Roberta. But what about him? I've had quite a few adventures in my day, too. Oh, really? Replied Roberta. Anything you might want to make, anything that might make an adventure game? Of course it would. Of course it would, Bert, you bragged confidently. If you could just set us up with a little place to work, up to my reasonable standards, of course, we could write a whole series of adventure games for you. We could discuss this over at lunch, Larry interrupts. I haven't eaten a thing this entire game. As the three of you head off together, Roberta says, we do have a home on the lake. Would that adequately meet your needs, Patty? A lake house? Hell yeah. And so it ends. Larry and Patty move in together, sharing a simple programmer's shack in the mountains. Patty gives up her musician's life on the road for the one man she found able to match her passion. Larry begins to tell the world his life story, through software. Let's see now. It all begins in Las Vegas. Outside a bar named Louie. No, Lois. No, that's not right either. Hey, Patty, give me the name for a bar. How about Lefties? That's good, babe. Maybe I should compile and test this. Let's see if my little Larry can go inside. Giggity. I think this was supposed to be like the last game. You know, they kept making a lot of these games or these series, like Space Quest 3 was supposed to be the last Space Quest. Oh, I missed points. How did I miss points? Boo. We hope you enjoyed Leisure Suit Larry 3, Passion Patty in Pursuit of the Pulsating Pectorals. You, Larry, and Patty have certainly been through a lot together. You did a great job, but you did miss a little something. For instance, isn't it surprising that you spent so much time at a tropical resort and you never took time out to improve your tan? I forgot that you can get a tan. How stupid. How stupid. Just for everyone to see what that looks like, we can do it here. Oh, no, we can't. I'm already heading up to the penthouse. Well, never mind. The point is you can get a tan. But that is about enough of that. I don't know what the next game is going to be, but I had fun playing this one. Thanks for everyone who popped in. Thanks for all the attention. Hopefully this game got me banned from Twitch for all the nudity, but if not, what are you gonna do? Nice to meet you too, Rebel Phoenix. I'll miss your stream tomorrow because I'll be at work until like 5:30, 6 o'clock. But I will watch the VOD. Thanks for popping in. Everyone enjoy your Thanksgiving. Eat and be plentiful. See ya.